Going to do a little bit of softball watch party today. This is a first for the Outlaw of College Football. I'm going to go ahead and try to bring the link up for the game in just a second. Might have a few guests in here, a few Oklahoma people to offset my Alabama-ness. Because, yeah, I'm an Alabama fan, but I do like Oklahoma too. As you can tell by the cutting board in the background, I got an A and an OU up there. I also got an Oklahoma hat up there, and I got my Alabama hat on today. For this purpose, usually I wear a cowboy hat, but today I got to support my team a little bit. Let's go ahead and get in the comments section here. See if anybody's commented yet. Not yet, but we already got 8 people up in the house. Let's go ahead and try to bring up the game for you guys and gals out there. Let's see if this is the correct link. It's amazing how Alabama and South Carolina, a lot of people think they're just football programs, right? But they're not. Alabama's won national championships in a lot of things other than football. They've won 6 in gymnastics. They've won they've won some titles in tennis and swimming and golf and sports like that. So, and been at the Final Four in basketball and won numerous SEC tournaments. So, it looks like this is still the South Carolina game on here. So let me go in here and do a little research for y'all. Looks like they still got the South Carolina game up. Yeah, here we go. See if this is it for you guys. See what they say.
And Alabama is definitely going to be counting on her to get another solid.
I think this is it right here. This will do us right here. This will do us. So let's go ahead and bring the game up for y'all. All right. And as you can see right now, it's in commercial. It's in commercial right now. I've got the volume off. Hopefully that I don't get demonetized. But if I do, I don't give a crap because I'll get the watch time and I will get maybe some subscribers that later on down the road can watch the Outlaw Posse do what we do best. Grill people and just bring the hardcore facts. Because that's what we do as college football fans here on the Outlaw of College Football. Funny Money's in the house. Funny Money says, I love Gumps versus Gooners. So who's your team, Funny Money, since you're the first batter up today? While we wait on this game to come upon us. Right now we got 10 people in the house. Still in commercial. Y'all give me your predictions before the game starts. Let me know who do you think is going to win, Alabama or Oklahoma. Oklahoma won last night's game 3-0. So this is an elimination game for Alabama. Oklahoma can lose and still not be eliminated. And if they do lose, then there will be a game 3 tomorrow. On Sunday. I think it's going to be at 4 o'clock, but I could be wrong about that start time. If y'all know the start time for the game tomorrow, if it happens, drop it in the comment section. Let us know, inform us, educate us, because that's what we're doing here. We're open to being educated, unlike the media talking heads out there, because this is the home of the common Joe and the common Sal in the know, even more so than all those media talking heads. All right, as you can see right here, they're warming up. I think Riley's getting the start today. Oklahoma's getting ready to come up to bat. First up is Cassidy Pickering, followed by Ella Park and Sydney Barker on deck. And if they get past that, we'll see Gabby Garcia. All right. So they're getting it underway here. I'm going to go ahead and put this up in a bigger thing for you guys and gals so y'all can see it better. Let's see if y'all like this better. How's that? Is that better? Let's take down funny money. Y'all like this better? Here we go. This first pitch. In the dirt. Looks like that was a ball. And it was a ball. Let's see where our guests are at tonight. We got a few guys in here running late. All right. Second pitch, strike. So behind on the count is the Oklahoma batter. So it's a 1-2 pitch coming from Alabama. Once again, this is an elimination game for Alabama, but not Oklahoma. So the pressure's all on my team, Alabama. Check swing, and she's out. She went around. Good start for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Yep, went around. She's out. There it is. She went around. Called her out. Good call by the ref. Not just saying that because it's my team, but I think it was a good call. Ball, 1, to Ella Parker. Here comes the next pitch. Strike called. Let's go ahead and add Killer Breeze to the stage. He'll be at the bottom along with me down here.
What's happening?
How's it going, man?
Going well, man. What are you up to?
You ain't going to eliminate my team today, are you?
Well, here's the thing.
At least let us win one game, man. Let's make it to Sunday.
Oklahoma's pitching falls off dramatically after Sam Landry. So, you know, the pitching's probably going to be a little more of a struggle today. You know, it's all about the bats. If they can get the bats hot. But yeah, man, for some reason, I could easily see this one going to 3.
I hope so. For my sake.
No, I mean, listen,
if we're going to get knocked out, who better get knocked out by the fellow Crimson Nation?
Alabama, going into last night's game, Alabama and Oklahoma had faced off in the postseason 12 times, I believe, and they were tied 6-6.
Base hit, is that fair? I think so.
Yeah, that's in. Yeah, that's Ella Parker. She's probably, I mean, and she's injured. She's got fractures in her shin. She's had them all year long. I can't even imagine if she was healthy. You know, she's you could make an argument for best hitter in the country already.
Well, wish she hadn't been best hitter today.
She's got a really smooth swing. She hit one out of the park in the regional, dude. I've never seen a softball get hit as far as she hit it in the regional. Blasted it out of the park and into the area outside.
There you go. We're going to have dueling announcers. It'll be unique in the fact that we've got an Alabama guy and an Oklahoma guy in here. And Johnny Johns may be joining the show, and I'll be outnumbered. But I'll try to I might try to get Jeremy Smith to come in here, but I don't know if he's available.
Well, Alabama and OU just have so much history in the postseason and softball, and you know, they're one of the teams that has beaten OU in the tournament and when it counts in the finals. So this is always a good series. Pat Murphy is a great coach. I love his personality, man. He's always in a good mood. He's not one of these. I can't stand the coach of Florida, who used to be an assistant at OU back in the day. But I just can't stand. I can't stand that Florida's coach. But I like Pat Murphy.
So Oklahoma leaves one stranded on second, and they will be going to the bottom of the first with the score still knotted at 0-0. I don't know if you saw it first bat or not. Do you think that girl went around? Do you think she was out?
Yeah, I think it would.
I thought it was a good call, but people say, "Well, you're an Alabama guy." So,
well, yesterday they went through the first 9, the lineup the first time they went through with Oklahoma didn't do a ton of damage, especially the heaviness of their lineup, the first 5.
If y'all don't mind, while we're in commercial, our sponsor is Burger King today.
Make it your way.
And whatever car that is. But anyway, y'all smash that like button and share it out to your friends. Tell everybody to get up in here. It's a unique situation. We got Oklahoma and Alabama here. It's going to be a pretty evenly called watch party. It's not just an Oklahoma guy. It's an Alabama guy in here, that being me. Although I do like Oklahoma a little bit more than most people. It's not going to hurt my feelings, I'll be honest, if we lose to Oklahoma. If we got eliminated by somebody else, it might aggravate me a little bit, but not so much with Oklahoma because they're blue blood and softball. Them winning is good for the conference, for them to continue dominating this sport that's catching on. I used to give y'all hell about it, but I'm starting to getting where I like it a little bit.
Well, you know what's funny, man, this is the God's honest truth. It's something I did not expect to happen, but I started following the softball just because Oklahoma was good, and I was amazed right off the bat at just how much offense there was. Hitting home runs are a pretty steady thing in college softball. So I've been watching Oklahoma softball over the years and over the last 4 or 5 years, and have been enjoying it. Dude, I started watching college baseball, which I've always been a huge fan of as well. And now that I'm a fan of softball, I can still enjoy a college baseball game, but it seems so slow to me compared to watching a softball game.
It seems like it's a little more upbeat, a little more pep in their step.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of energy, a lot of offense typically.
You know why?
And they're good, man.
You know why, in my opinion, it's like that for these kind of sports?
Why is that?
They don't really have a professional league to go to after this so this is it for them. They're enthusiastic about being able to play college sports, unlike football players and basketball players that are just in it for the money now.
Yeah. I mean, they do have a professional league, but most of them don't play in it.
Richard Burton's in the house. He has his badge. He's deputized. He says, "Go Sooners." Here comes the pitch from Oklahoma. I didn't get the name of the pitcher. Who's the pitcher today? What's her name?
Kirsten Deal. This is going to tell us everything. Kirsten Deal is like the stock market. She's up 1 minute and down the next. You just never know what you're going to get with her. She was one of the top high school recruits coming out of high school, one of the top rated pitchers. But she's just been all over the place in her career. I mean, she shut Texas down like it was nobody's business, and then she got jacked around the field in I think in the Bama series, but also the Florida series. So you just never know what you're going to get with her.
2-1 count coming for the pitch. Strike called. We got a 2-2. OU Boomer Sooners in the house. He also has his badge. He's deputized. He says, "Boomer, let's go, girls." Kevron Harris is in the house. He's a Clemson guy rooting for y'all. Come on, Kevron. You got to root for Alabama, man. Why everybody got to root for Oklahoma?
We got Comanche. We got Comanche Sooners in the house as well. What's up, Comanche?
Yeah, Comanche says, "What's up, Outlaw and Killer Breeze, RTR and Boomer." Y'all don't know what RTR is. It's Roll Tide Roll. Let's go ahead and add another Sooner to the mix. I'll be a little outnumbered, but I think I can handle y'all. There he is. Hey, by the way, we played your lead-up song at the beginning of this live stream. I forgot to tell everybody the song that we have for the lead-up is done by Johnny Johns here and his band, Next Halen, the best damn Van Halen cover band of all time.
How y'all guys doing, man? It's been a while. I've been busy. I've still been watching, though. I've been listening.
We've been wondering where you were. I was asking about you not too long ago.
I know.
I said you've been busy with work.
Well,
he said, "Where's that dipshit been at?"
Right. I figured he was like, man, where's that good-looking badass guy named Johnny Johns, man? Where's that guy been?
Shit, good looking
like
as we
that.
are, man. We probably start a band. We'd have all the women. I just can't sing. I can't play an instrument. I'd just be up there jumping around acting like an idiot.
Well, that's what a lot of them do. And nowadays, I don't even know who's actually playing. I guess, man, I got this game on, but yeah, it's not on yet. What's going on?
You got some Alabama fans up there in Norman. I just saw some.
Person
Alabama travels well for a lot of their sports. People, like I said, don't give Alabama and Oklahoma credit. They're not just football powerhouses. They've won national championships in numerous other sports.
Well, dude, you know, this past year, as far as attendance goes, Oklahoma and Alabama were number 1 and number 2 in average attendance as well as total number of fans over the course of the season. Alabama actually had more fans over the course of the whole season. They had over 100,000 fans show up this season. Oklahoma was second with high 90s. And Oklahoma ranked number 1 in average attendance all year long with over 4,000 in attendance on average all year.
Alabama gets a lot.
Number 2.
Alabama gets a lot from people. Like, we're all just good in football because, you know, we've won national titles here recently. But we won national title in softball, 6 in gymnastics, tennis and golf. We won national titles in all those sports.
Well, one of your softball titles came at the hands of Oklahoma. They beat OU in the finals, I think, in 2014, maybe.
Yeah, it's a good thing Alabama beat y'all because y'all would have all the national titles if that wasn't the case.
Florida got us 2. I think Florida State maybe as well.
Yeah, that's before y'all come into your dynasty mode. Y'all in a real dynasty mode. People talking about dynasties winning 2 out of 3. I don't call that a dynasty, man. I think you got at least 3-peat in some sport, you know, because that's hard to do in any sport. And you ever see it happen in college
I think
football.
If you can get
college football in a long time.
If you can get 3 out of 4, though, I'm good with giving you a dynasty at 3 out of 4.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 is a little bit different game. You're right, because that's what they were calling Alabama. And we won 3 out of 4 back in the early teens. They saying we were a dynasty in football.
Yeah, I think 3 out of 4.
Go ahead, Johnny.
I think 3 out of 4, and hell, even if you can win 3 within a 5-year period of time, and you got like a lot of the same, you know, like you got the same quarterback, same head coach, like a bunch of the same players. Well, I mean, you wouldn't be able to have 3 out of 5 in college, but like even like NFL, some like Chiefs, they had won, I think 3 out of 5 or went to 4 out of 6 or something, but. Hell, nowadays in college with the COVID year, I guess you could win 3 out of 5 years because there's some of these guys been playing 7 years. So I guess you can do that in college. But
basically fielding semi-pro teams.
Oh, I know. That's what it's come to. Hey, what are y'all watching this game on, dude? I got this game on and it's got South Carolina and UCLA on.
It's on ESPN News right now.
Oh. Well, I got it on this channel on YouTube. Let me look at it. I can tell you while y'all watch the game for me.
Kirsten Deal I was about to give her props because she retired the first 2 batters, and now she walks the third.
Allie Shear, spelled ALISHEER 542, is the YouTube channel that I have it on.
What's happening, Tobin? Tobin Bradshaw's in the house.
Man, I only got ESPN 1 and ESPN 2, and I have an ESPN 3, but I don't have ESPN News.
Hey, Outlaw. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, at least I can watch it on here.
Yeah, you can get it on YouTube.
You just have to scroll down a little bit because the first one that I clicked on, like you said, it's got some kind of damn Arabic name.
Uh-huh.
You know, them squiggly ass lines that they use for their damn language. And it's like South Carolina and UCLA. I guess they're waiting for that game to be over with, but we ain't got time for that shit. Nobody want to watch South Carolina and UCLA anymore.
Hey, here we go, right away.
Even South Carolina and UCLA don't want to watch them. So when you coming to Tuscaloosa, man, to play?
I don't know. I got to go to Minnesota here pretty soon, like maybe the weekend after next, and then I got to go to.
I'm sorry.
Los Angeles.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm not going to be staying down there. I'm actually going to stay in Vegas, and then I'm gonna stay in Vegas for like 2 nights, and then the morning before, like Saturday morning, I'm gonna drive to LA, play the show, and then drive the 4 or 5 hours back to Vegas, stay in Vegas maybe one more night, and then come home.
Johnny, who does all of your
the far reaches of liberalism, man. Minnesota's a liberal shithole, and so is Minnesota. You trying to change some minds or something?
No.
Johnny, how do y'all do the booking for your shows, man? How does that come about?
Me and my singer do most of it, and but some of them they just come to me. Like I'll have someone hit me up, and pretty much if the price is right, then we'll go play it. But in the beginning, it was a lot of hustle and a lot of like I would see like another band was playing at a cool venue, and so I'd be like, damn, what's the name of that place? That place looks pretty cool, and I'd get a hold of them, and I kind of like. I guess I chased the gigs.
Did you send them? Did you have like a demo that you would send out to people?
Yeah, well, yeah, we would usually like a digital EPK.
Is it video too, or is it just audio?
No, it'd be video and audio. We used the ones from the recordings from the Whiskey A Go Go was the ones we'd usually put on there.
Oh, y'all played the Whiskey? Damn.
Yeah, this will be the 3rd time, dude, that I've got to play the Whiskey. We're playing there in July, so. Yeah, it'll be the 3rd time that I got to play there. I even got my son, dude. He got up there. He was only like maybe 10 or 11 years old, and he got up there and played 2 songs on the drums.
Dude, the Whiskey is like rock and roll legend, man. Like that's one of these spots in LA.
Right. Yeah, that's the only reason why I'm playing in LA again, because we're playing Food Fest Hollywood. But I've always wanted to go there my whole life just to see it. And then to get to go there and play there 3 times, it's pretty cool. And got to see everything. Like I got to see all the places upstairs, like places where Motley Crue partied at, like the same green room that like you can go back and see documentaries of Motley Crue there and stuff. And like I'm like, wow, dude, I saw this on TV, and now I'm getting to see it in real life, and it was pretty cool.
Dude, go look for Slash and Axl stories from the Whiskey when from the late 80s at the Whiskey in LA with Guns N' Roses, man. Right when they were cracking off.
Right.
That some of the stories I've heard are fucking nuts, man.
Yes.
Y'all got one on base now. I don't know if she's walked or what.
That's probably Sid Sanders. Sid Sanders is great at getting walks.
Rye Guy says
no, that's McEnroe Moran. That's Nelly.
Rye Guy 1218 says Minnesota and Los Angeles. Oof. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go to Minnesota or Los Angeles, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Heath Stokes is in the house.
Heath Stokes is in the house.
Boomer, I'm here. It's been a while since we've seen Heath Stokes. It takes softball to get him to come out of the damn woodwork for us. And Turd Ferguson's in the house as well. Yeah. All right.
All right, we got a productive out here. We got Nelly at second. How
do you say this name right here? Did I get her from Saudi Arabia or something?
Nah, man, that's the son of a major leaguer. Agbayani played in the MLB.
Where's he from? Kenya?
No, I don't think so.
Is he from Nairobi or some shit?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That's right. I'm stereotyping. Y'all kiss my ass.
She's pretty hot right now, though.
She's pretty hot.
She is cute, and she's hot though in terms of her play right now. She's had a pretty good.
She looks like she's from like Thailand or something. I don't know.
No, I think it's like. I thought it was like South American, maybe, or Central America. I don't know.
I'm just a curious type person. I just like to know what people.
Oh, yeah. Heath with the big donation. Look at that, man. Heath dropped $50 on the show. Thanks, Heath.
Yeah, he can buy us all softball tickets for that.
Heath, you got to give us a comment with the 50 bones, man.
Yeah, anything you want to comment on tonight, it's gonna be posted. That's about 2,000 comments worth right there.
All right, we got a player in scoring position on third, 2 away though. What's up, Jeremy Towers in the house? We're getting up there. Everybody go hit that like button. Share the show with your friends if you can. Let's get a big group in here to watch this game.
All you Oklahoma people up in here, y'all can link it out to your friends. Let's get this party crunk. We're already over 30 already, so we're getting up there.
Let's get it going. Let's watch a good game between the Crimson Nations. Now, this is the 1 weak spot in the lineup right here. Isabella Emmerling. She's either going to hit a home run about 20% of the time. The rest of the time, she's out. Sometimes she'll walk.
Is me having our icons up in the middle of it, is that distracting, or should I move it back down?
Yeah, maybe move us down a little bit.
Because the reason why it's up there is because I got a comment up. Once I take the comment down, we'll move back down to the bottom of the screen. I just wanted to give Heath credit.
Yeah. Let's stay up there. Heath, what's been going on, dude? How do you feel about the Oklahoma Sooners football team this year?
Oh, now y'all speaking my language. One of y'all want to go first, or y'all want me to?
Go ahead.
Man, I feel like we're definitely going to be better, and I'm not like super. Like, I think if we were still playing a schedule like we were playing in 2022, I think this team could win 11 or 12 games. But there's going to be a lot of them games that I think are a dogfight having to play. Like, even with Michigan, luckily they're breaking in a new quarterback. Tennessee's going to break in a new quarterback, even though I think whoever they have is going to be pretty good. Ole Miss is going to be breaking in a new quarterback. So I think we're going to have like 7 games that are games that are winnable, but they're also games that we could potentially, they're losable games as well. And I think it's really going to come down to how much better has that offensive line gotten. Can we please bubble wrap our wide receivers and quarantine them until the regular season gets here? Because I do not want to. I hope we don't have a repeat of last year with receivers getting hurt. It seems like there's something going on up there with that. But if I had to like bet money on it, man, I really think 8-9 wins, man, 8 wins. And they would maybe have a chance to only win 6 or 10. Like, I think there's a chance we go 6 and 7. There's also a chance we could get lucky and win a few of those games in a dogfight. And maybe you do somehow win 10. But I don't know, man. It's pretty hard to predict, really.
You just don't know.
Oklahoma scores first. Abby Dayton just hits a ball up the middle. Nelly scores with 1-0.
Nice.
Heath Stokes says, link me in live. I would link you in live, but I've got the free version now. I'm no longer paying that. They kept going up on the StreamYard, so now I've only got the free version. I can only link in 2 people at a time, or I would link you in, Heath.
Johnny, I totally agree. I totally agree that that's why I told the Outlaw I'm uncomfortable with all the love Oklahoma's getting. I'm just like, man, they still have to prove a lot on the field. You know, they should be vastly improved. And, you know, to me, it's also going to depend on how much better and how good is that defense when it's all said and done. Because if they have a truly elite top 3 defense, man, you can win a lot of games with a defense like that.
Right.
You know? And then you just need moderate improvement on the other side to be a contender. But yeah, that you know,
all I know is I hope
that the offensive line should be better.
I hope y'all go at least 11-1.
Oh God, what are you talking about, man? 11.
Well, I just hope y'all go 11-1, man. Just as long as y'all don't go undefeated, I'm all good. You know, because I don't want y'all coming to Tuscaloosa and whooping our ass again, man. That's bullshit.
Hey, I feel the same way. I want Alabama to win every game but one game. That's against us. But yeah, I knew right where you were going with that right away. I want them to win every game but that one game.
That's right.
But I know on one hand, man, I'm like, God, this could be rough. But on the other hand, like, I mean, with Brent Venables, man, he says all the right things, and I really, really, really want to believe that he can be a successful head coach. And I am happy he's calling the defense this year.
Somebody
But on one hand, on one hand, I'm like, man, he went 6-7 twice, and until he proves 6-7 isn't his norm, you know, like, that is what it is. He's went 6-7 twice, but you know, we did barely lose that Army game. That would have gave us 7 wins. We did barely lose that Missouri game. Like there was games.
Y'all played Army?
Yeah, I mean Navy. God dang, I keep calling Navy Army. I've done that like 5 times, dude.
Hey, I'm telling you now, Army and Navy guys wouldn't appreciate that. That's like calling us Auburn.
Right. It's like calling us Oklahoma State or something. But
who's that? Who's Oklahoma State? Is that they still around?
Yeah, they're back there somewhere. They're far back there.
Mid-card conference.
They had games where if they would have had any kind of an offense, like, and the turnovers killed us, like Tennessee. I mean, we go out there and have 3 turnovers in 1 half. Oh, South Carolina. Have you ever seen an offense straight up just give somebody a game? Like, it was 21-0 in the first, like, few minutes, like 5 minutes of the game. We spotted them 21 points. And so I'm thinking, like, man, there is a world where I could see, you know, somehow, oh my God, there's a world I could see somehow where we go out there and we don't have the offense turn over the ball 3 times in 1 half or 1 quarter sometimes. And maybe we do, you know, maybe we could easily win 9-10 games, because I think it was doable last year if the offense just would have had any kind of a pulse at all.
So this is the good thing about these watch parties and live streams. This Nate Robinson says, thank God for you guys. I'm in Claremore, Oklahoma, with no electricity because of the storm this morning, and you guys saved me. So that's what I was hoping for. Somebody that wasn't able to watch the game can watch it here with us and just, you know, talk about anything we want to talk about, and mostly softball. I was going to ask y'all something about softball. How many national championships has Patty Gasso won since she's been there? I know she's won the 4 straight, but how many overall has she won?
She's won 8. She won her first national championship in 2000. Then she went on a 13-year drought. Didn't win another one until 2013. She repeated in 16 and 17, I think. And then she's on this 4-year run.
Yeah, I think it is 8.
It's 8 for sure. 100%.
It's incredible.
It's 100% 8. She won the 2 singles. She had the back-to-back, and now she's on a 4-peat. It's 100% 8.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I was thinking it was 7 for a second when they first asked that. I was going to say 7, but I forget we've won 4 in a row now, not 3 in a row.
Dude, when she started with Oklahoma, they were in the Big 8. I think she started with them in like 95 or 94 or something like that. It was the Big 8 when she started.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we missed out on Alabama getting Oklahoma out, because they're now Alabama's up the bat. It's bottom of the 2nd.
Yeah, they hit a ground out to first. They had runners on the corners.
Heath Stokes says, Nate, I'm in Claremore also. Come over and watch. Be taking my watch time away from me, Heath. Damn, man.
So far, Kirsten Deal is not pitching too bad. She's been pretty good so far. I'd like to see a few more strikes and not quite as many balls, but so far she looks like when she's got some pretty decent stuff today. So this should be a good matchup. I'll be shocked if there's not a lot of back and forth. I would expect Alabama and Oklahoma to switch leads a few times in this game.
Yeah, everything that Patty Gasso has done, it is incredible, dude. She is one hell of a coach, man. And even like this team here, man, like we lost quite a bit from that team that won 4 in a row, but she's just really good at developing players, man.
Bama just hit a double.
Ooh.
Bama's at runner on second, no outs.
Bama's been pretty solid in softball too, haven't they?
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're like they're one of the top programs in the country, man. Got national championships, great stadium, huge attendance throughout the year. Now, right when I give Kirsten Deal a few compliments, she's gonna make me regret it. How does the chat feel about Kirsten Deal? Y'all think Kirsten Deal is gonna have the stuff today?
I don't know what's going on. Hang on a second.
Who is that?
That sounds like NIL.
Yeah, he's doing him a little watch party over here. He's got better numbers than I do right now because he's a straight up Oklahoma guy. So I'm Alabama channel. So y'all gonna have to link me out to a few people. Grab me some of them watchers out there.
I figured there'd be a lot of people coming in. Do you have it titled as just Alabama versus Oklahoma or Oklahoma versus Alabama in the deal? Because there are a lot of people that'll come on there just because they don't have it on. Like I have cable and I still ain't got it. Or I got
Alabama versus softball. Alabama versus actually Oklahoma versus Alabama softball game 2 watch party.
Well, hey, Outlaw, you heard us what we think about OU. What do you think OU could do this year from someone who's not an OU fan or not a huge you're an Alabama fan?
Well, I mean, I had to be Captain Obvious, but it's just like Alabama. We're both breaking in new quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know how that's going to go, man. It's hard to predict for me when a team's breaking in a new quarterback. You just don't know what you're getting at that position.
I know it.
When you don't have somebody that's been there for a few years, it's just it's a pop shot, really. I mean, Alabama's improved on in other areas like, you know, the running game, wide receiver room, all that stuff they've improved on this year as far as, you know, recruiting and transfer portal. So I suspect Alabama might be better than they were last year. Oklahoma, I think, might be in the same boat. They might win a couple more games than what they did last year. Especially the thing with John Mateer is he's coming over with his offensive coordinator. Lots of times when players transfer in, they're learning an entirely new system. This guy is not having to learn an entirely new system. So his transition will probably be pretty easy and seamless, and I think that they'll probably win at least 8 or 9 games in the regular season.
Yeah, I do too. I know every time I predict records, I always say like 10-2 or 8-4 or 7-5 or whatever. And the reason why I only predict it that way, I only predict regular season games because I don't know who you're going to play in the playoffs. I don't know who you're going to play like if you play a conference championship. I don't know who you're going to play in a bowl game, so I can't predict a game that I don't even know who they're playing. So that's why anytime I ever do the, 8 wins, 9 wins, I'm just always talking about a regular season with that, like predicting the 12 games. But yeah, I think in the regular season, I mean, dude, there's a chance that John Mateer, I do think he's a good, solid quarterback, and he definitely looks like the kind of guy that has that confidence. Like he's very sure he knows what he's doing, and I do like the running back that we picked up in the portal. I think he's going to be really nice. But
yeah, Alabama must have walked one of our
they did. She walked them.
So Alabama's got one on first and second now.
Yep, with only one away.
Oh.
I sent you a private message there, Killer. You'd sent me one. I responded to your private question that you sent me.
I got you.
We can't tell y'all part of the He-Man Woman Haters Club. I used to watch that damn Little Rascals movie with my son all the time.
Remember that movie?
That's probably a pretty good remake. Usually a lot of remakes of series don't go too well, but that one was pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I spoke way too soon on Kirsten Deal. KD looks like she's unraveling here. This is what I was worried about, man.
I hope you're right.
Well, Alabama probably puts 2 or 3
right now.
Alabama probably puts 2 or 3 on the board. You see, that's why they got Monticelli warming up already.
You say once you get past the first game in a 3-game series that your pitching is suspect? Is that what you was telling me?
Well, we got, Sam Landry is as good as anyone in the country. She is a true ace and great. When she pitches, you expect to win. I mean, she shut out Alabama yesterday. But after that, the next pitchers up, are a significant drop off. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if Oklahoma, if they do win this series, it's because they win game 1 and 3 and Sam Landry's the pitcher in both. Just like Nebraska, they throw Jordy Ball. They threw Jordy Ball in every game of the regional. They're going to throw her in both games of the Super. They beat, when you get a great pitcher, just one great pitcher, as long as they're got the endurance, and you can ride one horse all the way in the once you get into the postseason.
OU Boomer Center with a $5 donation. Boomer Center, love it. Anytime it's crimson on crimson.
Yeah,
it's funny how they're the only two that I know of. I may be wrong, but the only two major programs that have the color crimson as their official color. Most other teams are either red or maroon or some other variation. But crimson, sure it's funny that two blue blood programs both chose crimson.
It's the best color scheme, dude. The crimson and the white, that looks great, dude.
It does.
I like y'all's white a little bit better. Y'all's is more of a cream.
Yeah.
Crimson cream kind of deal.
Yeah.
Alabama also has gray in their color scheme.
Yeah, we do too, and I don't like the gray.
They never used the gray. They used to, I don't know if they still do, but the gray is on the face mask of the Alabama helmet. The gray, the face mask are gray. No, they used to be. I don't know if they still are. But Alabama never does none of that stuff where they mess around with the helmets and whatnot. But if they did, it would be pretty unique to see Alabama come out maybe in a gray helmet with some red numerals or some shit.
Yeah, I love the color scheme. And also it looks tough, man. The crimson with the white or the cream, whatever, it looks tough. But I really like OU's helmets, and I don't know when we started doing it. I want to say it may have been either late '90s or early 2000s where we started putting that kind of just a tiny bit of metallic.
That was 98. But Bob Stoops started that.
Yes, that's because I remember watching our helmets used to just they didn't have that.
Were flat.
They
were flat.
I really love the look of the helmets with just a tiny bit. They don't go crazy with it. It's just a little bit, but it's just enough. Them helmets look tough, man. And with the OU logo, Alabama, I think they still do more of the just
They're
more flat. Yeah, they're more flat like Oklahoma's used to be.
Right.
We may not have the actual numbers that some of these other podcasts are getting, but we got more donations than these other podcasts for sure. OU Boomer Center with another $5 donation. He says crimson equals greatness.
That's a fact.
Yep.
So,
keep speaking truth, OU Boomer Sooner.
Alabama's still in first and second. They are. And it's a 2-0 pitch.
Yep, it's a strike. And she just had a big strikeout right before that. That's huge, man. When you got runners on first and second, so you got a runner in scoring position, you only got one away. Getting a strikeout is a big deal. So I give her props on that. Yes, Jeremy, Jordy Ball looked amazing yesterday. I watched the whole game. It makes me sick that she's not a Sooner anymore. I forgot how she just prowls in the circle, dude. She looks like a wild animal, just can't wait to tear your ass up, man. She's a badass, man.
So Jordy Ball went to Nebraska, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she became one of only 4 players to have 20 wins as a pitcher and have 20 home runs as a hitter. She's dominating as a hitter this year.
So is Nebraska still in?
Yeah, they just won. They just beat Tennessee in the first game of the Super Regional. They just upset Tennessee in the first game. So
hell yeah.
Texas Tech with Najee Kennedy, Texas Tech upset Florida State 2 games straight. Florida State didn't even win 1 game.
Wow. Yeah, Jordy Ball, we didn't really
Texas Tech, by the way, pitched Nigeri in every game. You know, so same thing. Like you get one great pitcher, you know, and you get in the postseason in softball, and you can ride them. You can ride them like seed biscuit.
Right. Man, we didn't really miss Jordy Ball. I mean, it sucked, but the first year she got hurt because my first thought when she transferred, and I get it. You know, she wanted to be closer to home or family. I think her boyfriend's there and all that, or he may not be there anymore, but he was when she transferred. And I remember thinking, oh man, dude. Now, let me guess, we're going to have to face this girl in the playoffs. And it's going to be a deal where she lights our ass up, and it's really going to – because I think she played the true freshman year here. She won the championship.
Yeah, and then freshman and sophomore year, she won.
Oh, so she played 2 years here. I don't know why I was thinking it was just 1 year here.
No, she won it twice. By the way, Johnny, if they go to the World Series, Oklahoma plays them the first game. That's who we play in the first game if we go. See,
this is what I was afraid of happening last year, and
you knew they weren't. There was no way they were gonna let that storyline go to waste. No way. I'm shocked that they didn't have us meeting up before. I thought they'd have us meeting up in the Super Regional, and I was really worried about that.
Right.
You worried about Nebraska?
Yes, dude. Jordy Ball is a badass, dude.
Yeah. That's just one person though. She can't.
Yeah, but dude, when she's the pitcher, and she typically shuts people down, dude.
She can't pitch every game though.
Yes, she can. Yes, she absolutely can. They pitched her in every game in the regional.
See, that's the difference in softball and baseball. You have to let the arm rest for some reason. Why is that? Why is
because the pitching motion is not nearly as hard on your arm. Apparently the underhanded pitching motion doesn't put the stress on your shoulder like the overhand throwing does.
That's right. Because Alabama used to have, I think, Montana Fowl. She pitched a lot for us.
Yeah, it's crazy. You would think swinging your arm around like that would be worse on your shoulder, but I guess it's not. But, yeah, I am a little worried about her. I know it's only one player, but, like, when it's the pitcher, it does make a big difference. It's kind of like that frickin' Nikola Jokic for Denver Nuggets. That's one guy who can single-handedly keep somebody in a game. And so it depends on what one player it is, but yeah, I was afraid this was going to happen, and of course they're going to match us up with it right out the gate.
Need to try to get some more people up in here, man. We're doing good on donations, but I don't have the numbers that some of these other podcasters have.
Right.
So
maybe it's because we're not talking about the softball game enough. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
If you guys want to go ahead and just kind of, y'all let me know if y'all need me to dip out. And
no, dude, it has nothing to do with that.
No, it's not that. It's just like for some reason I've looked at some other people that's podcasting the game watch parties. They're doing, their numbers are extraordinarily well. They're not getting good donations. We're getting more donations, but they got like great numbers. They're like over 100 people watching. So
that's all right, man. Quality over quantity. It'll build. I ain't sweating that. John Christophic is in the house. John, give us your prediction. What do you think is about to happen here?
We got a 3-1 pitch right now. We're behind the pitch on them 3-1. So
yeah.
I'm gonna do something real quick.
That's one of the. So far, they've shut down the. Well, that's not true because Ella got a hit her first time up at bat. But
so Alabama left. We left 2 people stranded on bases. Yep. That sucks ass.
Yeah, I thought y'all were going to put a few on the board for sure.
Yeah, we lucked out on that one.
Jimmy Tower says y'all might get Nebraska next if y'all beat Alabama.
We do get Nebraska next. That is the next game. That's the next game. If Nebraska goes and Oklahoma advances, we play Nebraska in the first round.
So, I mean, hey, what do you think, Hiller Breeze? You watch more of this than I do. like, what about the rest of her team? Do you think they're like are
Dude, they've got some good play. Yeah, they've got some good players. I watched them play at Tennessee. They put up a bunch of runs on Carlin Pickens and had her out of the game early.
Base hit. Oklahoma.
Yeah, they got some players, man. They've got some players. They could win the championship. With Jordy, they could easily win it.
I don't pay attention to softball as much as I should either. But who's the biggest threat to Oklahoma if they get past Alabama? Who's the biggest threat overall?
Well, I mean, Florida's always dangerous. Although they lost against Georgia, so they got to go to Game 3 of the Super Regional. But Florida's always dangerous. But Nyjari Kennedy, Patty Gasso was on record saying that the two teams she did not want to face was Texas Tech with Nyjari Kennedy and Jordy Ball with Nebraska. So if Patty's worried about those two, then I would say that they're the top two threats.
Those two programs, ironically, y'all all used to be in the same conference together.
Yeah.
At one time or another.
Well, they spent a lot of money.
Old school Big 12 domination from the early 2000s.
I guess Texas Tech, Texas Tech is spending a lot of money across the board because they're doing the same thing in football, but they spent a lot of money on Kennedy. I'm pretty sure Kennedy is getting $1 million.
Wow.
Robert Bacon.
Home run, baby.
Ooh.
Robert Bacon, y'all are ahead of me. So Robert Bacon agrees with you, says Nebraska and Texas Tech are the biggest threats.
Yeah, that's right. That's what Patty Gasso agrees with you, Robert. She said the same thing.
Who's them hillbillies jumping up and down?
Man.
Dude, that's Gabby Garcia. That's one of those phenomenal freshmen they got. Gabby Garcia and Sydney Barker. They're just studs, man. They're just studs.
Nice.
3-0.
Yeah, they might run rule Alabama.
No, dude, Alabama's going to put some runs on the board.
Yeah, we didn't put none on the board last night, so looks like more of the same.
Hey, James Stevens is asking us to move the heads. Maybe make the game a little easier for people to watch. Maybe that'll help.
Yep. Good idea.
The only reason I do that is because when I pop the
I think James is trying to say that we got ugly mugs. It seems to me that James is trying to say that he don't want to look at our face.
See, when I put it up, it pushes us up there.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, that's fine. Put it down.
If someone makes a donation, y'all just have to deal with it because I'm going to have to pop it up there because that's part of the donation process.
Can you move that? We got a family plan for you.
Who?
Box in the bottom left corner.
I don't know if I
can. It don't matter. Fuck it. Don't worry about it.
I'll see. Let me see.
No, don't worry about it. It's not. It's a little thing.
Right.
Ain't a big deal.
At least they can see the game.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, maybe some people will start coming in here now.
Yeah, y'all got friends, just link it to them. Get them up in here. Let's talk some shit.
Yeah, let me see.
We'll try to keep it more on softball. I know we've been straying a little bit, talking football, but honestly, I'm not the biggest softball connoisseur.
Gabby Garcia, the girl who hit a home run, man. It's unbelievable. She leads the team in home runs now, 19 home runs.
19 home runs.
Oh, that's a walk. Nellie's on.
James Stevens says
Taco Moreno is in the house. What up, Taco?
James Stevens says I got you outlaw next week. You got what next week?
Man,
Eric's in the house too. Eric Taco Moreno.
I usually when I come on here, I share it to some of the other groups that I'm in and let them know, like, hey, I'm about to go on the Outlaws College Football podcast. I forgot to do that.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully
go in there to NIL Commission's thing and steal some of his people out there.
He's been doing pretty good here lately. I'm going to see if my son can message my brother and my friends real fast on his phone.
No, y'all don't go and mess with NIL, man. He's a sensitive guy. I don't want to make him. I ain't gonna say it. Look, man.
You got to keep our ugly faces down, man.
I know, man. That's just like I can't figure out how to pop these comments up without putting our face up there in the middle of everything.
We're just gonna have to read comments. We're just not gonna be able to post them for a little while, unless
the only thing we'll be able to really post is the donations.
Unless somebody makes a donation, yeah.
Which we've had a few big donations already. Heath Stokes with a big $50 donation. Outlaw Boomer Sooner with the squiggly lines. He's made a few good donations to the program as well. Okay. If y'all want to get your comment read out and pushed to the top and get us to answer you directly above everybody else, there's a little donation button at the bottom, a little money dollar sign in the middle. And you click on that, write your comment out, then hit a second click. Don't click second time or you won't get your comment in there. James Stevens is another guy. James Stevens
got a pitching change, by the way. Sorry.
James Stevens is saying that his power is out as well. So at least we're helping people out there that's got their power out. Might not have hundreds of people in here watching like they are on those other channels. I'm not going to mention them because I don't want y'all leaving and going over there. The good thing about being in here, man, is you can talk about anything. Y'all ain't got to be just tied to the softball game.
We got another hit. We just got another hit off this new pitcher. Y'all made a pitching change.
Yeah, I made a pitching change. Going to look like it's a good change. I like the blonde hair on her. I like women with blonde hair, man.
My brother, I guess, stayed up late. He didn't answer the phone. I can't, like, send it out while I'm on the phone right now, but surely some people start coming on here. They're usually, man, you got a good following that'll usually pop up on here no matter what most of the time. But I'm sure the off season is probably the worst. Like, I know I'm not as engaged in YouTube videos as much in the off season as I am like when it's football season and stuff.
Well, I was just saying that some of the softball podcasts are doing basically the same thing we're doing. We're just stealing somebody's feed, and they're doing pretty well on their numbers. They got like over 100.
By the way, we just had another hit. We got runners on the corners, one away.
The only thing we got more than everybody else is donations. We do get a lot of donations, which is good. Sometimes it's a little misleading as far as the numbers go.
Good deal. Got another score, and we got two more.
Yeah, I got numbers on first and third.
Yeah, we got to get all we can because I don't think Alabama's going to go scoreless 2 games in a row, dude. I highly doubt that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, squeeze play.
Patty Gasso, God,
they're gonna run rule us. They're gonna run rule Alabama. This is why I don't do softball games.
That's their coach. They got a good coach, man. I like that guy.
First guy up in here tonight, some guy named, I can't remember what his name was. Now I have to look back up there, but he wasn't an Alabama Oklahoma fan. He was like Gumps versus Gooners. Called y'all Gooners. Must have been a Texas guy.
Yeah, I think that's what they call us.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with James here. Jordy is definitely going to be tough because they're going to beat Nebraska. They're going to go.
So Jordy's a transgender? She transgender because he called it a him.
They've been calling our girls transgenders for a long time, and you know, it's like, hey, you got to come up with something, man. I make excuses when someone beats my team also, and it's like, you know,
I might have just gotten out.
So they're trying to say that y'all are chicks with dicks. Is that what they're saying?
I mean, that's what they're trying to say. They gotta whatever makes them sleep better at night. I mean, they have won 4 in a row. You got to come up with something, you know.
That's right.
Man,
Dude, not only have they won 4 in a row with a team full of freshmen, they're the highest remaining seed in the tournament. They lost 7 games this year, dude. 7 total. It's amazing that they've done this well this year. Like, dude, if they just go back to the World Series, much less win it again, that's amazing, dude.
He's pissed.
You know how fucking hard it is to go to the World Series. That is hard to do.
He done took his damn hat off. He done lost his noodle.
he
He done lost his noodle, man. Y'all done made our coach lose his damn noodle, man. Y'all happy with yourself? Man, look, he's probably wet his damn diaper too, man. Look at
They're gonna score again, man. You can feel it. They're about to go on a run.
Y'all got him pissing his panties over there, man.
Here we go. Uh-oh, that's a bad sign. If Isabella Emmerling is hitting the ball, this is going to be a good day for Oklahoma.
That's a good sign for y'all, man. Bad sign for us.
I'm kind of surprised at the way this is going.
I am too.
I expected Bama to come out and just punch Oklahoma in the face right off the bat. With a different pitcher. She's the weak spot in the line. She's the only weak spot in the lineup.
You just expected the wrong team. It seems like Oklahoma's punched us in the mouth.
Well, the one, Patty was on the breakdown with Gabe and Teddy last week, and she was talking about how retirement is going to be coming soon. Which, dude, she's about to coach the Olympics. Like, if she wins a 5th and she goes and wins a gold medal in the Olympics, like, isn't that kind of where you drop the mic and just retire after she's been coaching for over 30 years now? If you win 5 in a row and a gold medal, why would you even – what's the point, man? Go enjoy your life.
Alabama's going to regret leaving them 2 runners stranded earlier. That really –
yeah, that hurts.
That screwed the pooch right there.
I wonder who would replace her when she does.
Her son, JT, her son is going to take over.
Will be
100%. I'd be shocked if he doesn't take over. And then I think he'll bring his brother, who's the hitting coach at Arkansas, and you know how good they are this year. I think he'll bring his brother over to take over his role as the hitting coach. Hopefully they could keep Jen Rocha. But I would imagine it would be either, or maybe it'd be Jen Rocha. I don't know. But I would think that it would seem to me that Oklahoma would want to keep the Gasso bloodline in place. You know what I mean?
I heard it was going to be Lynette Riley. I heard it's going to be Lincoln Riley's sister is going to come back.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I forget about her son. I was thinking either that or one of the former players that we have. That's like, there's one of them they just showed. She's been a longtime assistant, and it said she was a pitcher for us in the 90s. And then there's also that girl. She was coaching. I think she still coaches at Florida State. She was a former player for Oklahoma. So I was thinking we've got several former players that have went on to be pretty good coaches.
You're right.
We still only got one out. That sucks.
You definitely
got
right.
one out, and you guys got girls on 2nd and 3rd, man. They're about to run rule. Run rule is in the 5th inning.
Well, you got to get to the 5th inning, the run rule.
They're going to run rule. It's 8 runs or 10.
Oh, that's another hit up the middle. That's Abby Dayton again.
So
run rule is 8.
8.
Because I was thinking it was 10 for some reason, and I realized it wasn't. I guess that's baseball.
I think baseball might be 9 for some reason. Maybe it's 10. I don't know.
College baseball is 10 or 9 or something.
It might be 10. I could be wrong.
Hey, I just go ahead and run rule this shit right now. I don't want to see no more of this shit. Y'all gonna get me riled up over softball, man. What's wrong with y'all? Roll Tide got rolled.
It's pretty amazing,
Roll
man.
Tide getting rolled. We're getting rolled right out of damn Norman. Just like in football, man.
It's pretty
We're gonna have to
amazing.
quit going to Norman. We're gonna have to request that Oklahoma plays us in Tuscaloosa all the time. We won 2 out of 3 in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, Lincoln, Tebow, they're going to be bad at USC. They're not going to be good. You see him trying to weasel out of that Notre Dame, series. Like, he is such a big pussy, man.
We got to travel too far. Huh? Y'all traveling far anyway. Yeah, y'all got to play Michigan and Ohio State and shit. That's what he's saying. There's too much travel for him.
He's just such a vulva.
He tried to weasel last year out of the LSU game, and he ended up winning that one, and it ended up making it where they were overhyped for a little while.
Isn't he trying to get out? Doesn't he have something? Didn't he get out of something with Ole Miss? Didn't he already get out of a series?
He got ahead of that one real fast. The LSU, it was too close for him to get out of it. But Ole Miss is a few years down the road, and he got out of that shit. Lane Kiffin give him hell about that too, by the way. Lane Kiffin will grill the hell out of you. I like Lane Kiffin, man. He'll say some shit.
I like Lane Kiffin. Lane.
He ain't got no filter, boy. He'll just come out and say some shit.
Yeah.
Notre Dame and USC, though, man, that's such a, matchup, man, that I'm used to watching every year. I mean, don't you think that if I'm a fan, I wouldn't be happy about that going away?
Well, that's my point. It's a USC Notre Dame that's tradition, man.
It is.
But he doesn't care. Like, he just cares about himself. That he has proven that over and over and over and over again. He is a fraud. He is he's a little dick, and he actually has little dick energy, to use the modern day vernacular. And he cares about nothing but himself. That's why that's what allowed him to ruin and have no conscience about what he did to Oklahoma on the way out after it was just handed to him. Like, hey, that's fine. You don't love Oklahoma, fine. But, man, you were handed something that you should have respected more than that.
Alabama shit to bed today. They just come up there.
OU Boomer Sooner says Tebow is lower than worm shit. I agree.
Yeah. We even got a donation on that.
I agree.
Damn right. Worm shit.
Worm shit.
I might use that.
Cassidy Pickering just got another hit.
So if we can get up to 8-0
till the fifth.
Is there a run rule for the third inning?
No, the run rule in softball is the
come on. It is, man. They need to make a 10 or 12 run rule because Oklahoma's about to score 12 runs. And
listen, Ella,
go ahead and walk off the field, man. Just go ahead and quit. Tap out.
This is the girl that hit the ball further than I've ever seen anyone hit a softball in college. She just did that last week. I mean, she hit the ball 300 feet easy. They said it was 285. There's no way. She hit it out of the stadium into the outside of the. I mean, it was a bomb, dude.
Alabama come in here playing like they're Boston University or some shit. That's that team that y'all blew out in the first round, the Boston.
Ooh, there it is, 9-0.
Y'all ahead of me.
Yeah, there it is, 9-0.
That's Ella, man. Ella's Cassidy Pickering and Ella Parker.
I'm gonna try to keep it secret for a little while. Y'all call the game before it happens.
Cassidy Pickering and Ella Parker are. Yeah, I didn't say anything. I saw it because I did that earlier.
Yeah, we're running behind. That might be another reason why people ain't really watching. My shit's running behind.
Ella and Cassidy Pickering, I think, are the best two hitters in the country.
This link's running behind by about 30 seconds, I think.
That's all right. They're unbelievable, man.
Sometimes it is a little like some people might look at it like, man, why are Oklahoma fans so into softball? It's like it makes it a lot easier to watch when your team's really good. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing, man. But this is also this is typical of an OU softball win. A ton of offense, a lot of home runs. Like, it's fun to watch. You know, like you constantly. It's not like in baseball where although there's a lot more offense in baseball now than there used to be too, but still, you know, you're not seeing the huge offensive output like you typically see at least in an OU.
I can watch college baseball, but I can't watch Major League Baseball, man. I don't know what it is about Major League Baseball. I just get bored.
Well, it's slow, man.
Me too, dude. I can't hardly get into it, man. Softball, though, there is more scoring, and it is fun. And even when they're on defense, man, these girls make some incredible catches.
You got your gymnastics team out there supporting you. You got the 10.0s up for the gymnastics.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Oklahoma's good in gymnastics too, by the way, just like Alabama used to be.
Yeah, they won the national championship this year, actually.
Yeah, and y'all pretty good in fagnastics too.
Stop it.
That damn men's gymnastics stuff, man, they need to stop with that shit. That needs to go away. There ain't but like 14 programs in the entire nation. They're playing colleges I never heard of.
All right, we got another pitching change.
Southern transgender Utah and shit.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. There's only a handful of teams competing. It's kind of like winning the award for the skinniest kid at Fat Camp. You know?
Exactly. Exactly. That's a good analogy.
Yeah, man.
It'd be like winning the Pac-2 conference.
Right.
They keep talking about the Pac-12, blah, blah, blah. My motherfucker, y'all ain't the Pac-12, man. Y'all Pac-2, man. It ain't a conference, man. Y'all set up saying that shit.
So do all those teams that are joining the Pac-2 are like San Diego State? Aren't they one of them? Like, do they all join this year?
I don't know if they're going to do that or not. I think some of them backed out on them.
Oh, did they
really?
I don't know if San Diego State did, but my thing is once you add that many G5 schools, are you really a power conference? I don't think you should get a power label back.
Right.
I understand the Big 12 added some G5s, but that wouldn't be like 3 or 4. So
right. They still got a handful of teams that was a Power 5 or now Power 4, but they still have a handful of teams in there that was actually like playing in the Power 5 level or
Dude,
Power 5.
The Big Ten, they need to just go ahead and add Washington State and add Oregon State. Do you really think Washington State and Oregon State is a worse addition to your conference than Indiana? I mean, let's think of some of the dog shit that they really have in that conference. The Big Ten is top heavy as all get out. Those are middle of the road teams in the Big Ten. So what's the point? Just add them in.
Right.
I agree. What's the point of adding all these G5 schools? And then you got,
what aggravates me about it, man, is when they try to play the academic card. And I'm like, man, if it was based on academics, why did y'all invite USC and UCLA and didn't invite Stanford and Cal? Stanford and Cal is better academically than those two schools. So quit with that stupid-ass AAU shit, man. I'm tired of hearing that shit. It's like it ain't – these conferences are not predicated on academics. They're inviting basketball and football powers. That's all they're doing.
Hey, what was up with the Notre Dame deal? Someone sent me
in the third inning. Is it still in the third inning?
Yes.
Yep. We've been in this third inning forever.
It's been a while.
They need to have they need to have a third inning rule, man. Let's rule this shit right now.
Hey, you never know, though, dude, with this Alabama. I feel
better. Dude, in softball, like Alabama could put 4 runs on the board in 1 inning with no problem at all.
Yeah, they probably would. They just drag out the misery.
Texas, Oklahoma.
Just to torture me more. Let's score just enough to keep the game going at 7 runs.
Dude, earlier this year, Oklahoma was up like 7-0 or 8-0, something like that on Texas. And Texas came all the way back and actually ended up taking the lead before Oklahoma eventually took the lead back and won. So Alabama can easily put runs on the board in bunches.
They're about to get their chance right here. Yeah, I could see them quickly scoring a few, and then making it interesting.
Once again, James Stevens giving us a shout out, saying he appreciates us saving his day. I didn't know a lot of people in Oklahoma are without power today. So we're helping a few people out.
Yeah, them storms, I got woken up by that like 3 in the morning, man. And I had a alert said tornado warning in your area, take shelter immediately. And I go to look at it, and luckily the tornado warned storm had already went over my house, and it was south of me. And it was one of them storms instead of coming from the southwest and then heading northeast, it was coming from like the northwest and heading southeast. And anyway, so in my head, though, I thought it was going the same way all the others were going. So I'm like, oh, man, that's probably going to come pretty close towards us. But it had already passed, and it was like a small spin up that sometimes happens. I hate those nighttime tornadoes, dude. I've been woken up since I've lived at this property. I can think of like 4 or 5 different times I've got woken up to a tornado warning saying to take shelter, and I got to grab my kids quick, get them in the car, drive up to my mom's, which is only about, I don't know, less than a block away, but still you got to hop in the car, drive through the rain and the mud, because we got a gravel dirt road, and go to the storm cellar, and then it ends up being, you know, like a false alarm, or it went like a couple miles, like that one hit like a couple miles north of us, barely missed us. But it seems like it's always nighttime tornadoes that hit in my area. Like Shawnee got smoked by a nighttime tornado. That one went right by our house too, but it didn't go on the ground until it went to Shawnee.
But yeah, out real quick. Give about 5 seconds. It won't take you to smash that like button for us. If you smash that like button, it'll push the right algorithm for us a little bit better.
We're up to 30.
You think when Patty Gasso does retire, she'll still be involved at some capacity, kind of like ball remains?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
she'll be like the Nick Saban of softball. She'll be involved in some way.
Well, I like that, dude. I'm happy that Nick Saban's involved, and I hope he's involved in, like, if they come up, they got to fix this transfer portal rule. Like, I wish they'd just go back to the way it was 10 years ago. Like, if you've only got 1 year left of eligibility, sure, you can play right away when you transfer. But this whole deal where you got guys playing for 5 to 7, 6 different schools, 5 different schools, it's a bit ridiculous, dude. Like, they've got to get that worked out. And I don't know anyone who's loving it. And I know we did reel in a good quarterback from the portal. We reeled in a good running back from the portal. But I don't know. There's just no like, you don't really have it's harder to build a foundation for anybody. It's so scrambled and mixed up. It reminds me of that deal that you could do on the video game back in the day where all the players would go into this like portal type thing, and each team would get to draft the entire NFL, and every player's just scrambled. Well, it's like that, but only you're doing it every single year. Just everything.
So Alabama finally got out of the third inning.
Yes.
Man, my TV says it's still third inning.
Yeah, well, they got out of Oklahoma out of the top of the third. They're in the bottom of the
top of the third. Alabama got out of the top of the third, I should say.
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying now, yeah.
Now, what Alabama will do right here probably is they'll score 2 runs and keep it just close enough so that I can be tortured for another hour. So, 7 runs. Let's play the rest of the game. And then they'll wait to the 7th inning and add about 15 more runs.
Man, I was really hoping it would be a good game. We got OU fans on here. We got Alabama fans. Like, I felt like this would have been really cool, but
it's a little disappointing.
It's
you got your bitches out there dancing now. They're even dancing. They're out there having a fiesta on us.
It could, but again, it could change quickly, man. Things change quickly.
Yeah, I don't like it that they're dancing and celebrating, and it's only the bottom of the 3rd inning. I mean, like you said, dude, if Alabama just hits a couple right here, well, now we got to play the whole game, and who knows what can happen. Like, I had this team, oh, man, wasn't there one game you were talking about a minute ago where we were up and they came back on us? We ended up still winning it, but they actually got the lead, and then we had to like, score at the end to barely win it by by one run. Like, didn't that? What you saying that happened?
It ain't gonna happen this game. I promise you that, probably. Like you said, though, in college sports, weird shit happens a lot.
Right.
I'm sure the Alabama fans that were in here are no longer here.
Oh.
I got Oklahoma.
Alabama.
I'll just put my Oklahoma hat on.
Alabama just scored.
Yeah, you're ahead of us.
She hit a home run. God, that was a nasty home run. She hit it all the way out of the park.
See, I told you.
Giving it away, man.
Damn, what a hell of a hit. She looks like an OU hitter. Damn.
Try to keep that quiet instead of people that are watching live don't see it here.
Yeah, my bad. I keep forgetting that's a little bit.
I did the same thing. I did the same damn thing.
Yeah, it happens.
But by the way, Jesse, one more run and there's no run rule here.
Well, I'll tell you how you can solve that. You just watch this right here instead of watching TV.
It's going to go down the way Outlaw was just saying that. He said they're probably going to hit 2 runs and then make me have to watch this shit longer.
Instead of just watching on TV, just watch it with us. That way you won't be giving it away.
Yeah. I think I'm only ahead by about maybe 15 seconds, maybe. I mean,
that's enough.
Just enough to jack it up. Yeah, man, I can watch it on here, but it's real little.
Right.
But now that I know it's that far off, I won't say nothing.
We're not paying attention like we should anyway. We keep straying a little bit. My first softball watch party, so I'm pretty much a novice when it comes to this shit.
And there is the out.
There's the third out.
Yeah.
I mean, other than the home run, she's done pretty well.
Well, at least we can get shut out this time.
Well, dude, you know what's going to happen.
Hey, you know, if Alabama scores 3 more runs, they will have scored more runs and points on Oklahoma than our football team did.
I have no idea what went down that day.
That still amazes me.
Yeah.
24-3. I can understand getting beat, but you only scored 3 points.
That's what I'm saying. That's just amazing.
That's why Seattle's stupid, man. I don't know why Seattle drafted Jalen Milroe. Unless he makes some vast improvement under some better tutelage, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Did we even throw for 100 yards in that game? Like,
no, y'all
I don't even know.
the ball on us, and we just kept turning the ball over.
Right. Like we literally had to win that game, kind of similar like how Michigan was winning a lot of games, or not a lot, but they was winning some games. Like there was a game where they beat USC with no passing game, like 0 passing game. And
we did that against Miami.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never witnessed anything in my life like I saw last year with Oklahoma's offense.
Right.
Across multiple fronts for multiple reasons. That is the most inept offense I have ever seen, bar none, in my entire life. We barely ever threw the ball further than 10, 15 yards. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. All season long, we refused to throw the ball down the field for the most part. Outside of a few exceptions here and there. Right. We had no mid to long downfield passing game. 0. We didn't even try.
Yep. Yeah,
I just never seen anything like that.
Jackson Arnold transferred to Auburn. He said he's going to make y'all pay.
Listen, I hope it works out for Jackson Arnold. I think if we're being honest, you know, he's got a lot. It's going to be a massive jump up if he can actually overcome the way he looked at Oklahoma, because it wasn't just a physical thing. It was all mental.
Maybe it was
more than anything else.
Maybe it was the fact too that, you know, he didn't have a lot of help, and the offensive coordinator y'all had wasn't the greatest in the world. He might just be a victim of circumstance, and he might go to Auburn and do well.
Dude, I'm sure that, but again, the damage is still going to be there. If he just has one bad game early on, if he just does makes a couple of stupid mistakes early on, the people are going to start peppering him right away. Oh, it's the same old Jackson Arnold. It's the same old Jackson Arnold. So mentally, can he get over that? It has nothing to, you know. I agree. I will even go so far as to say it was not his fault at all in terms of what, you know, of why it was so hard. But the reality is, when it got bad, he didn't handle it well.
No, right. He didn't. But, you know, it was his first year starting too, I guess. That's what James Stevens says. I like Arnold. I feel bad for him. He didn't have a quarterback coach that he should have had, in my opinion.
I agree. I totally agree. I wanted Jackson Arnold to work out. He was a great prospect. It would have been a great story. He loved Oklahoma. He was a big reason why that was such a good recruiting class that year, because he did a ton of recruiting for Oklahoma. I wanted it to work out, but it didn't just not work out. It was a miserable failure. He was awful.
Yeah, I was talking about a weird game where, you know, you didn't have the stats to not only beat a team but to blow them out. This is going back in time a way, so I don't know. Y'all may not remember 1992 Alabama Sugar Bowl against Miami. Alabama didn't have but 14 yards passing in that game and beat them by 21. That's because the defense was so great, man. Turned them over and scored some easy scores, man. It's just so misleading, the stats, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Just got a runner on. I don't know what kind of hit this was. Oh, it's a dribbler. She just made in there.
It's Alabama pissing their panties over there off the mound there. Oh, can't get the ball. Can't pick it up. Hey, we're going to go in here and play like we're freaking Troy State. Man, they would have been better sending Troy State up here, Norman.
Dude.
Man, the deal with Jackson Arnold, like, you know, if it would have just been like, you know, it happened in the bowl game and it was like, well, you know, he was young and, you know, the offensive line we had to kind of throw it together last second. He had all them turnovers, but he actually at least like had a lot of yards passing in that game. Like, I think he had over 300 yards passing.
He did.
And so it was like, well, you know, if he can eliminate the mistakes, and he is a true freshman, but then he comes out and it's like after you do it in the bowl game, then you do it against Tennessee, and hell, it's like
all the fumbling.
Yeah, all the fumbling. He did it against Missouri. Like, I mean, he single-handedly won that game for Missouri. If he don't have all them fumbles and all the turnovers, then we easily win that game. And so it gets to a point where it's like, man, like you can kind of – a guy could – like Landry Jones had 4 turnovers one time against Nebraska. And he was a redshirt freshman. I'm pretty sure it was the 2009 season that I'm thinking of. And
I remember that.
It wasn't like something he did over and over and over and over and over again. And so with him, it's like, dude, that is like, you ever hear the term bad young players? Sometimes, a lot of times, they'll turn into bad old players. And This is now his 3rd year in college, I believe. And so, I mean, if he goes out there for Auburn, and now, I mean, another thing is, if I was him, I would have transferred to Utah or somewhere, because going up against the SEC, where he's still going up against the same competition that he went up and got smoked by last year. I think he should have transferred to a different conference, like go to Texas Tech or Utah, or you know.
It ain't gonna get much better at Auburn.
He could have given himself easier competition. Just get your game back, get your swagger back. And with the NIL transfer portal era that we live in, he could have gone right back to the SEC 1 year later. Somebody would have taken him back if he had a great year somewhere else.
Right.
Oklahoma with runners on 1st and 2nd with only 1 out. It's going to get that run rule. Hey, is it the run rule after the 4th or after the 5th?
After the 5th. This is the weak spot. This is the weak spot in their lineup, though, man. They could. She's probably going to get out right here. What just happened?
We're going to commercial on our end. Who's our new sponsor? AARP.
Oh, I got you. I see what they're doing. Okay, I like it.
We have a $2 donation from OU Boomer Center. Anyone see that Texas A&M game? Liberty Girls rule. Yeah, that's pretty epic, I must say.
We must have missed something because the runners are at 2nd and 3rd now.
Yeah, the damn commercial screwed us a little bit.
Yes, the Liberty was awesome. Watching A&M lose was amazing. Anytime, and Texas is probably going to lose. They saved their ass. They ended up winning in extra innings against Clemson. Clemson won the first game. They're going to the rubber match today, so Texas might not make it either.
By the way, I pulled our faces down. And I don't know if y'all like it like that or not.
Yeah, that's good.
It provides them with more of a screen.
Yeah, that's good.
I can put our faces back up if y'all want me to.
No. Keep our faces down. You can put the comments up like that. It doesn't block the screen.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Now, I'm just figuring this out as I go. A lot of people got to jump on me with the knowledge. Just like Jimmy John said, I'm not
Sooners for life
the
is
best
in the
person
house.
on the. I'm not the best person on the phone or the computer sometimes.
Sooners for life is in the house, by the way.
Sooners for life. Boomer Outlaw. Yeah. If you don't mind Sooners for life, if y'all haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. It's free. It's absolutely free. You don't have to pay for anything. And hit the like button as well. And share us out to your friends. But subscriptions would be nice. You can also join the Outlaw Posse. Get your badge, get deputized for a little extra. $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. Get a random 4 Horseman shout out, as well as possibly the comment of the day. Killer Breeze right now has the most comments of the day. He's the comment of the day champion.
Alabama's.
I proudly wear that title. That was another out, by the way. Y'all just got 2 outs now. I told you that was a weak spot in the lineup, man. Emmerling not.
They don't make me feel better. Sorry.
I was hoping another.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to keep me engaged, but it's hard.
Another donation from OU Boomer Sooner. Tuck Fexus, he says.
OU Boomer Sooner, and Heath Stokes paying the bills today.
Augustus Palmer's in the house. What up, Augustus?
Tuck Fexus. Yeah, there you go.
I think it would be easier to get – I think the numbers would be better today if it was more of a competitive game too. That's definitely not.
Also, I got a late start. I jumped on at the last minute and didn't get my shit linked out, and so NIL Commission, all those other guys, they're beating up on me in numbers, but we do have more donations, so we probably made more money actually than anybody else today. We've made close to $100 in donations. We're just sitting here talking shit.
That's because we got the best chat out of all of them.
It's like you said, quality over quantity, and
that's right.
Loyalty over just sporadic people that come up in here and shit the bed and all that good stuff.
All right, man.
Hey, that Tennessee, by the way, that Tennessee stuff's getting pretty serious. Everybody in Tennessee fans are saying you're just making shit up. All you gotta do is go look on ESPN and these other places, and the stuff they're talking about Alabama and Texas and Oklahoma are all getting together and saying if Tennessee don't sign that shit, where it's an even playing field for everybody, they're gonna kick them out of the conference. So,
wow.
Well, fill me in. What exactly is Tennessee wanting to do differently than everybody else?
Well, they proposed this thing, and everybody's agreed to it except for Tennessee, even people around the nation. That hey, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a I'm not sure of the details, but it's like it's going to make it to where everybody is on an even playing field as far as the NIL. There's certain things you're not going to be able to do. Players are going to have to maybe sign contracts or something like that, and it's going to make it an even playing field for everybody. You know, so just people can't just randomly steal players and tamper with lineups and shit like that. And Tennessee don't want to do it. You know, they've gotten a little bit of success, and they've beaten Alabama 2 out of the last 3 years. So they don't, you know, they think that if they're not able to cheat, that they're not going to be able to win. So they don't want to sign it. They want to keep doing what they're doing because right now it's benefiting them. But
and they're talking about kicking them out, right?
Yeah, and Alabama and Texas and Oklahoma and all the other blue bloods within the conference, they're on board with signing it. This ain't like Vanderbilt or Kentucky or South Carolina saying we don't want to sign it because y'all blue bloods are going to dominate. These are actual blue bloods that are saying they want to sign it too. And Tennessee's just doing that because they want to have some kind of advantage over everybody.
That would be one of the dumbest things they could possibly do is get themselves kicked out of the SEC.
Oh,
and you know what? And you know what? They're probably one of the dumbasses that would actually be capable of doing that to themselves. You know?
Well, the Tennessee state legislature passed a bill or something to make it to where the NCAA wouldn't have any teeth to go in and do anything about it. And that's what they're hiding behind. You know, but that bill's only been around for a year. They try to act like, well, we can't break state law. That bill just got passed because y'all don't want the NCAA to have any teeth.
But if the SEC decides to expel someone, then they can't do anything about that.
That's right. They can't. So that's why I said you better get your goddamn legislature together and pass another bill so that y'all can play by the same rules that all the other teams have agreed to.
Yeah, dude, that's do they have a reason? Have they explained why they think that they're special? Well, I mean, what's their reason? Why are they trying to play hardball? What are they trying to do?
They want to be able to I just want to keep it the way it is because it's benefited them. Even though the Nico shit blew up in their face.
That's what I was just about to say. Even though the Nico thing blew up on them. Now, it makes you wonder how much of that was them saying, hey, man, we kind of would like to just go with another option. We've seen enough out of you. And it makes me wonder if maybe it was a little bit of a thing where they maybe was hoping he would leave. I don't know. Like, do you think there's maybe Josh Heupel really likes the other guys he's got and thinks the other guys fit his system better and he wasn't worth the money and they'd rather use that money for one of these other guys? Like, I wonder how much of that was Nico and how much of that was Tennessee, you know?
You'll never know. Sooners for Life made a $1.99 donation. Respect to Bama Crew. I support this channel. It's not really a Bama Crew. I'm the only Alabama guy. These other two guys are Sooner mutts.
Yep. We're Gooners.
And Killer Bree's a half-breed. He's a corn dog, too.
No. I'm a OU through and through.
Right. I would say you're more OU than you are LSU.
I've always been that, man. I've always been that. I've never. I mean, I graduated. I went to LSU. I finished at LSU.
I'm water, man.
Yeah, well. I
don't blame you, man. I went
to LSU and graduated from LSU because I was young and a dumbass, and all I wanted to do was party. And for that purpose, going to LSU was great because I lost years and years of my elderly life, to the partying I did in Baton Rouge. But it was a mistake. I should have stayed at Oklahoma.
My little brother went down there and watched a game at LSU. Was one of the drunk yahoos out there storming the field. And he came back, and keep in mind, dude, he's OU through and through. He's been an OU fan since he was a baby, like his whole life, watching OU games with me and my brother. And he went down there and watched one LSU game. And he was like, dude, I ain't going to lie.
Unbelievable.
That was the funnest college football experience that I've ever had. He's been to OU Texas games, and he still felt like that LSU Alabama game was the best college football experience that he's ever had. Like,
dude, I've been to multiple OU Texas games. One of them being when Adrian Peterson ran for over 200 yards. I was at the OU Nebraska game in 2000. I've been to some big-ass Oklahoma games. I've been to multiple national championships. Nothing compares to the game. I was in Tiger Stadium when we beat Florida, when Florida was ranked number 1, when Spurrier was still there, and we rushed the field. That game just – I'll never experience anything like that again, I'm sure. It was unbelievable.
That was a great defensive play.
It was unbelievable. We whipped their ass. That's right. We whipped their ass from start to finish, man. It wasn't a fluke. They defensively they beat them down.
I was talking about the softball. Y'all made a good defensive play a while ago. It was a while back, though.
Oh,
that's a home run.
Home run. Alabama.
There you go. There you go.
The run rule is over. No run rule.
More torture. Let's
no
just
run
keep
rule.
Close enough to get our ass spanked for a couple more innings, man. That's great. Right now, I'm just hoping for a run rule. I'm just like, let's get this shit over with. I'm tired of being tortured over here.
I told you Bama was going to put runs on the board, man. I told you this thing is far from over, dude.
Oh,
it really.
Especially we got our girls over here celebrating like it's already over.
As soon as Fly says, I swear this was an Alabama podcast, I apologize. I am an Alabama guy. I am, and I do run this podcast, but I do Alabama and Oklahoma stuff a lot. I was just bringing their faces back up so that you could see that Killer Breeze is an Oklahoma fan, and so is Johnny Johns. But, yeah, this is an Alabama podcast, sort of. I actually do all things college football. It's not just Alabama and Oklahoma, although it mainly is, but we do dabble in other things.
Pardon me.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to turn this in like once it gets closer to college football. I know you're always going to be mostly Alabama and some Oklahoma and all that, but it may be doing like covering top 25 and SEC or something. Like, I know there's been other guys that's like they start getting a little further into it, and it does widen your audience, make it where you can get, a little bit of everybody's fans.
Sooners for Life, it's actually what you would call the two Crimson Nations in here, really, to be honest with you. I've thought about changing the name of the channel to that.
Yeah.
And having a regular Oklahoma person on here like Johnny Johns or Killer Breeze. But I want to maybe make sure I'm making enough money to where I can pay them for their time. So I don't want to put them out by bringing them in here, because I ain't gonna make enough money right now to pay anybody.
Yeah, because dude, if I'm full time, dude, I'm more expensive than Steve Lees, dude. I'm pretty expensive. I make a lot of money. Not really. So I'm not rich or poor. I'm like a normal ass middle class.
Not me. I'm cheap as fuck.
Hey, I'll tell y'all what. Hey, I'll tell y'all one thing, dude. At the trailer park, I'm the good-looking rich guy. Now I go to my singer's neighborhood. I'm just another broke dick.
I told JPC a long time ago, I'm the hot guy at the RV park.
That's right.
I'm the hot guy. You got all your teeth. You are in special rarefied air, dog.
We should make us a show called something like the Trailer Park Boys used to do or something.
Right. I kind of don't really live in a trailer park. It's kind of like it's in the country, so it's kind of just like there's one, like whoever buys the 2 acre, it's like 1.7 acres. Spread it out. But like if you want to build a house on the property, you can. If you want to just wheel a mobile home in, which I just got a nice mobile home with textured walls, textured ceilings, and crown molding, because at the time that I got this place, it was during the pandemic, and they said it could take forever to get materials to build a house. It'd take like 3-4 times longer than it normally would. And but I was able to get this mobile home, and shit, they just drive it out, level it, and set it up. And I really like it. But some people have mobile homes. I live kind of on the outskirts, like country. But it's funny you said the thing about as long as we got all of our teeth, we're the good-looking guys in the trailer park or the RV park. Jim Traver was just saying something like that. I guess they have certain ads and stuff on the sports channel.
Right.
And Jim Traver said, he says, I'm up here at whatever. It was a dentist's office that had paid for ads or whatever for them to do a shout out. And he's like, all you Oklahomans, get up here. Dental implants, they've got them on sale right now, 60 or 50% off or whatever. He goes, and I'm telling you, I've seen every time I know some Oklahomans that need some teeth. And he said, it seems like every time a tornado hits Oklahoma, News 9 always has to interview an Oklahoman with like 3 teeth left in their mouth, talking about, yeah, it went right over my house. We got down in the hallway and held on to the dogs, and it went right over, and we're going to have to get us a new roof and windows.
That's
and
right.
I got 3 teeth left.
Ready to see what the tornado done in my mouth? Knocked my teeth out.
Yeah, that's it. But it is funny because it does seem like they always pick the Oklahomans with no teeth in their mouth.
I know. You just brush your teeth every 3 days, man. It's all right. You know, whatever. You don't want to brush the enamel off of them or anything.
Right. But it was funny. Jim Traver actually said that on the Sports Animal. He's live on the radio, and he's like, well, I mean, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying every time they show Oklahomans on the news after a tornado, he's like, can they not pick the Oklahomans that have teeth?
Why would they do that? They like to embarrass people from the southern part of the United States. And people say, well, Oklahoma and Texas are not really south. Yes, they are. They're in the southern part of the United States.
Yeah.
So is Arizona, too, though, I guess, in Los Angeles. So I don't know.
I feel like that southern accent, you hear it here in Oklahoma. I hear it in Texas. I hear it when I go to Arkansas. But it does seem to cut off once you get to New Mexico and Arizona.
Yeah. Damn, who's that behemoth back?
That's Cassidy Pickering. That's one of the best hitters in the country.
She ain't that big. I thought she was big. She's not.
She's
9-2.
big.
Come on, Oklahoma, score another run.
Pretty big.
Do it. Score one more run. Promise. Do it. Get 11-2.
Not gonna happen.
Get a.
They're gonna torture you. You're gonna have to watch every
get a couple
inning.
more runs, man. Get some insurance to get that run rule, man.
You gotta watch You gotta watch all 7 innings today.
12-2, man. Get up
They're
to
gonna
12
win by 7.
You gotta get some insurance runs. 12-2.
They're gonna win by 7.
There you go. You didn't miss that one. Quit catching that damn ball. Just go ahead and roll over and take it. So we're down by 7 runs. In football, it'd be 49 or it'd be 56-14 right now.
That's a fact.
Or 63-14. That's what it is. 63-14. It's 63-14 in football terms on here.
She gonna hit this one? Nope.
They're close though. 2 more runs, and they'll outscore the football team.
Ella's dangerous, that's for sure.
The hell was that? Like a bowling ball going across the plate. That bitch is looking for pins to hit. Man, she looked like she ready to kill somebody. Her eyes, man. Better.
She's a badass, dude.
There's another. You got a lot of them Asian chicks on your team. No wonder y'all win all the time.
We don't have any Asian chicks on the team.
They look Asian.
Yeah.
Are they Hawaiian? Maybe some of them.
Yes. They're not. The Nelly the Nelly is from Hawaii.
They're
And
American.
actually, Ayana might be too.
American Polynesian.
That might be right. That might be right. Ella is she's a badass. She is a badass.
So when's y'all's first tough game this year in football?
Michigan will be pretty
Michigan
tough.
week 2, yeah.
Man, I hope y'all don't let Michigan beat you. I would hate the Big Ten to get one over on us that early.
Yeah, me too.
Although I do like Michigan, their helmets. I've always liked their helmets.
Oh, that's yard. That's yard. Ella just went yard.
One rule, baby. Come on now. Yeah. Get it over.
She's on fire, dude. She is just cranking the ball. Her and Cassidy Pickering. Cassidy's had a quiet day today, but I think Cassidy got on base. I think she's got 1 hit today, but Ella's 2 for 3 with a home run now.
Y'all get one more run, get some insurance. You can go to the bottom of the 5th. In Alabama, don't you score?
Okay. I am dead on now with this stream. I somehow got where I was behind, and now I think I'm right leveled up with them. I think they're maybe a couple seconds apart, but not far.
I saw it. It was hard for me to keep my mouth shut.
Right.
I almost let it slip.
Another one. Y'all let them score 20.
That's Hannah Core too. She doesn't really have a. She can hit the ball, but she's not one of their power hitters. That's for sure.
OU Boomer Center said she's a Samoan. Samoan Sooner, baby.
Nellie's from Hawaii.
It's like the bloodline of WWE. I don't know if y'all watch wrestling, but if you don't, you're missing out.
I used to be a big wrestling fan, and I just fell out of it, man. I still love it. I mean, I love wrestling as much as the next guy, but I haven't kept up with it lately.
Run, Root. Don't you fucking score. Y'all better not score. This bottom of the 5th, don't you score.
It's on Alabama. Well, Hannah Core just advanced to scoring position. There's only one away. OU might put the foot on the neck here. There's only one out.
Alabama got a chance in the bottom of the 5th to try to
Gabby Garcia. She could easily go yard.
Oh yeah, watch. It's coming.
I mean, she's already. I mean,
Alabama's throwing bowling balls across the plate. Just lighting that shit up.
She leads the team in home runs now. She's a freshman, dude. Her mom was a stud at Arizona State. Up, sit, yard. That's gone.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I say 12-2. There it is.
Yep.
I said 12-2. There you go. Right there. There's that insurance.
It's unbelievable, man.
I can enjoy getting my ass whooped in softball a lot more than football. I'd be over here losing my damn mind. Oklahoma's beating
unbelievable, man.
70-14. It's 70-14 now.
Man,
she's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, she is. Perfect. And that kid.
Dude, like, that's what I'm saying. Just think about this, okay? If they happen to somehow win another national championship this year, all of those players are going to be sophomores and juniors next year.
Right.
So you're going to have basically the whole team is going to be back other than Sam Landry. So, like, dude, they could easily win, like, if they can win it this year, they could potentially win, like, think about how crazy that is, man.
There's only one team that can stop them at this point, and that's Liberty. If Liberty can beat the number 1 team, Texas A&M, why can't they beat Oklahoma?
We played Liberty in the beginning of the year, I'm pretty sure, and we beat them.
You ain't gonna beat them this time. This time they're gonna get y'all. It's gonna be Liberty Flames. They're gonna be flaming your ass.
Well, and it seems like them little schools, man, they can pull one out of their ass one time, but a lot of times them little schools they'll have that. They can't pull it out of their ass over and over and over again.
And sort of played out like that in the LSU regional. Southeast Louisiana beat LSU twice, but then they couldn't beat Nebraska in baseball.
Is this a new pitcher that they're about to put in for Bama?
Man, we don't need to do that. Just keep the same pitcher in, man. You ain't going to come back and win. You ain't going to win this game.
I know what you're doing, Jesse. I know what you're doing right now. I know exactly what you're doing.
What I do?
You're trying to talk like it's, you're trying to make sure that the league gets so big that they can't keep it from going from run rule. I know what you're doing.
That's right. Man, put me in there. I'll pitch it. Let them. I'll go ahead.
I think you are going to see Bama put up 5 in the 5th.
Shit, I hope not. Be like being in the 4th quarter and down 77-14, putting up another touchdown. Does it really matter? You got beat 77-21 instead of 77-14.
I remember we were beating Texas A&M 77-0, and I think we didn't even throw a forward pass the entire second
That's
half.
the day I fell in love with Oklahoma, because they done it to Dennis Franchioni's punk ass.
Yep, that's right.
Alabama players don't transfer, hold the rope, and then his ass dropped the rope and run like hell.
Yeah.
That was so weak. He never recovered from that. He was horrible at A&M, and does he even coach now?
No, I don't know. He might have went back to Pittsburgh State. That's where he started, Division III school, back there in Kansas, Pittsburgh State Gorillas. Like I said, that's their damn name. I ain't making that shit up.
He's clearly never regained any kind of success again, because you'd have heard his name again.
Wasn't he at Washington State before that, I think?
No, that was Mike Price.
Or okay, that's Mike Price. Yeah, you're right.
Mike Price was the guy that got caught up at the strip bar.
Yeah.
Told the strippers, "Oh, it's rolling, baby. It's rolling." And then that strip bar, after that happened, put up on the billboard, home of the $10 million lap dance, because it cost him a $10 million contract. College football, man. College football fans are unforgiving too, man. They would have grilled the shit out of him if we kept him. So we fired his ass. We knew it was coming.
That's so great.
Guitar Death says y'all kept the clock running in that game to keep Texas A&M from being embarrassed in the 77-0 game. He said they just kept the clock running.
So the funny thing about that game,
it was 77-0 in the 3rd quarter.
Drop the faces.
Let's see what happens here.
That's yard. She's going yard.
Ooh, damn. They come to play today. Damn.
They better save some of them runs for Liberty.
They need to. They need to save them for Nebraska.
Outlaw, you got Brock is asking you a question. He wants some answers. He wants to know, how in the hell can you call yourself a Bama fan?
All right, he says, I got a question, Outlaw. How are you a OU and Bama fan? I don't know. How do you have a second favorite team? Don't you have a second favorite team? Y'all got
He's a Bama fan first and foremost, Brock.
Do y'all have second favorite teams? Do y'all have teams that you like outside of Oklahoma?
Yes, I do.
I mean, you don't root for them against Oklahoma, but you like to see them win, kind of deal.
Yep. And sometimes I have like teams that I just kind of like that year. Like I like certain players, but there are certain programs that I do like over, like Oklahoma's my number 1 team.
Patrick Murphy says, not Patrick Murphy. Brock says Patrick Murphy needs to be fired after this. It's pathetic. I mean, they did make it to the Super Regionals for the 22nd year in a row. Alabama had the most Super Regional appearances in a row now. They made it to 22 in a row, even more than Oklahoma. Even though we're getting our ass spanked, we have been to more Super Regionals in a row than any program at 22 now. So I don't know about the fire guy that's been to 22 straight Super Regionals. I don't think that'd be a good idea.
No, he's one of the best coaches in the country, man, for sure. He's awesome, man. I didn't know much about him, and then I've seen him now and a few interviews. He's always he's always got he's always in a good mood. He's always kind of joking around. He's a good dude, and he's clearly a good coach. And apparently he's one of the best motivators around.
Another great donation from OU Boomer Center with the squiggly lines in the middle says, yes, OU softball and gymnastics on another level, and football is soon to regain its prestige and collect all the receipts. Well, you already cashed in one on us, man, so we cashing no more shit in on us, man. Y'all already got our receipt. We want one back, man.
Alabama's going to try to get their lick back on us this year.
I hope we just – I ain't lying, man. I hope we run the score up on y'all for beating us that bad.
Oh, so what I was saying with that Texas A&M deal is it reminds me there was – the funniest thing about it is I think it was in the third or fourth quarter. They're getting smoked 77-0, and we're purposely just – it's apparent we're running the ball the whole second half. And he gets a tackle for loss, and this dude does this huge defensive tackle for A&M, does this huge celebration. Like, you would have thought this dude just made a sack on, 4th and long, and it was in the national championship, and his team, was up by 3 points, and the other team was trying to go down there and get a field goal range or something or score and win, and he made this big sack or tackle for loss, and he makes this big play, and even the announcers are like, well, all right. It's like, bro, you're losing 77-0, and you get a tackle for loss, and it's very obvious they're only running the ball, and you make this huge celebration like you just won something. It was hilarious.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, when I know not in college football, he don't have a second favorite team. I like.
No, I take it. Brock was not a Milroe fan.
I know that you say you don't, but come on, man, you got to be honest. Like, if you're watching another football game and it's somebody that you don't really hate, like Tennessee or Auburn, you're gonna have somebody that you're rooting for to win that game.
Yeah,
we all do. It's just human nature. I'm not saying turn your back on Alabama, but come on, you can have a second and third favorite team.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, maybe he's the kind of guy that just doesn't enjoy watching all sports like all of us do. Like, I'm one of the guys, of course, I love it when my teams that I love are on TV, but I also enjoy watching other teams play. Like, I really enjoy watching Alabama, LSU, or I like watching USC, Notre Dame, or Ohio State, Michigan. And when I'm watching that game, there's going to be one team that maybe I like to win a little bit. And a lot of times it has to do with whoever I put money on, but
well, I mean, some people, like maybe Brock, I don't know, maybe I'm speaking for him, but some of them believe that, you're selling out if you actually root for another team to do good besides your favorite team. But, I'm not really selling out. If I was selling out, I wouldn't have an Alabama hat on. I'd have that Oklahoma hat on up there. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I just disagree. I think that you can have a second and third, fourth, maybe even fifth favorite team.
Yeah,
as long as you support your team first, I think that's all that matters.
Yeah, and I mean, make no mistake, he wants to whoop OU's ass. When Alabama plays OU, he wants to win that game. It's not like he wants us to tie. Like, his team is Alabama. That's his team. But there's other teams that he likes also, and Oklahoma's one of them, and he's also got a connection with Oklahoma fans. With the YouTube channel, there's a lot of OU fans that watch his channel, so it is what it is, but maybe it's harder.
I do agree with you on this. Brock Milroe was probably one of the most heckling jack quarterbacks of all time. He would have an enormous game against someone like LSU and then turn around and shit the bed against Vanderbilt. So, I don't know, man. I mean, we didn't really shit the bed in that game. They put up 35 points. It's more the defense's fault in that game, but he sure did shit the bed against Oklahoma when he threw an interception and all he did was a little league slide to try to tackle the guy. That was pretty weak by Milroe.
Yeah, I agree with him also, dude. I was never a huge Milroe fan too. He costed me quite a few parlay cards. There's Alabama games that should have won, and his turnovers, man. Like, even with the deal last year with the whole, like, them going to the playoffs, I remember thinking, like, man,
oh, shit.
I truly believe they could win a championship if they got in the playoffs. And it always come back to the Milroe. I'm like, dude, if Milroe can somehow play 4 games without turning over the ball, like even if he wins the first playoff game, you can almost guarantee he's going to have 3 turnovers in the second playoff game. Like it just that dude was a turnover waiting to happen. And I know he's a good guy. He's a young man. He's a really good young man. He says all the right things, does all the right things. But and he did get drafted. What did he get drafted, like 5th round, 4th round, something like that?
He got drafted before Sakazulu Sanders.
Yeah, he did. And I mean, in large part, it was because he probably did a hell of a lot better in the interviews than Sanders.
He didn't go in there and completely act like an idiot.
Right.
Although I will say that his roll tides were probably some of the cringiest roll tides after games whenever he was interviewed after a victory.
I know in the OU game, I can't remember what the score was at halftime. They may have been down by 2 scores or maybe 10 points, whatever it was. And, he stood there, man, and like fist bumped and high fived every one of his teammates as they went back into that locker room. And he really seemed like the kind of guy I could see why his teammates got behind him, but the turnovers, dude, he just had kind of like Jackson Arnold. The only difference is Jalen Milroe would actually like put up more than 100 yards passing with his 3 turnovers.
Now, y'all are up 13-2. Y'all play some defense, man. Y'all don't be giving up no damn runs to Alabama. That's bottom of the 5th. OU Boomer Center makes another donation, $5. Says I root for anything crimson. Orange sucks in any shade. And Brock actually picked him a second favorite team. We got through to Brock, but y'all might not like the results here.
I forbid you to read that.
If you want me to read that, Brock, you're going to have to make a donation.
Yeah, screw that. You got to pay for that to get read. Absolutely not. That team sucks.
I would like to know what's your reasoning on that. Is it because of Steve Sarkisian and he used to be at Alabama and you kind of like the way he's running things down there?
I don't believe in platforming nonsense like this. So we're not even going to have this discussion.
Look here now.
he may be doing this just to try to like kind of push.
He's trying to poke at y'all a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
You misspelled Texas's nickname. It's the Long Turds.
Right.
LONGTURDS.
If you're doing it just to troll us, I respect that.
Long Turds. Turd. 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 Turd.
Texas Longhorns.
Austin,
right, you got 2 away. You got 2 away, JPC.
There you go. Play some defense. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the most excited I've been all day. How about that? Roll Tide, baby. We're not about to make this game go to 7 innings. Hell no. Oh, we got to get out of here early. We got to get home. We got to get back to Tuscaloosa so we can take some Uber rides from JPC.
Yeah. I don't think you have too much to worry about here.
Right.
You're gonna get your wish.
Well, at least it happened from Oklahoma. I can stomach it a little better than I could if it was the Texas Long Turds or the Texas A&M faggies down there with their all-male cheerleaders and shit. Got beat by the Liberty Flames.
Uh-oh. JPC is not going to be too happy.
What the hell happened? What they do? They better not hit no home run now.
JPC is not going to be too happy.
You got to get down to 8.
Oh, man.
I'm going to put my Oklahoma head, but keep this shit up.
And the game extends. Hit up the middle.
As long as they don't score.
You get a home run and you're halfway to no run rule here.
Come on. Hit into a double play. Go ahead. Don't need a double play. You just need one out. Pop that shit up. Take a strikeout. You can take a strikeout too. That'd be great too. Go ahead. Come on, man. Get that damn ball up there.
This is another freshman, by the way, is this pitcher, Audrey Lowry, who I do think is going to be good in a year or two. She's decent now, but she's going to be really good. Uh-oh.
They gay, boy. They gay.
Well, Thunder Sooners in the house. Where's Thunder been?
I'm not supposed to say someone's gay in a negative connotation. I apologize to all the gay people out there, especially Steve Lee's.
All right, we got Thunder. It's good to see you, man. I was wondering if we were going to see old Thunder OU sooner today.
He's over there kissing up on NIL commissions.
Uh-oh, that's another hit, Jesse. 2 hits in a row. Players on first, runners on first and second.
Yeah, I got a let's see what happens here, man.
Sooner for Life says everything's bigger in Texas except the football trophy case.
That ain't,
they got some swimming championships, right?
Yeah, they're good at swimming.
They know how to swim. They're used to that, you know.
That's a good point. Logan makes a good point. This is what Oklahoma fans felt during the last 10 years in college football with Alabama winning everything.
That is true.
Well, I'll let y'all win softball if y'all just let us win football.
No. That's not we're not getting it.
Yeah, that sounds like a fair trade to me.
Is that it?
No.
Basketball too. I want basketball too. I'm going to get us a men's gymnastics team. We're going to take y'all shit. Men's gymnastics. We're going to be the fagnastic champion. We have quite a few in gymnastics now. Seriously, in women's gymnastics, we got 6.
Oh, hell yeah.
We just lost our legend and ain't been able to recover. Sometimes you recover from a legend, sometimes you can't.
That is the game, right?
Boom! There we go. This one time out, Boomer Sooner. There you go, Boomer.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
Run, rule, roll tide. Run, rule, run.
That is amazing.
That is. Dude, this team.
It's not amazing. It's not amazing at all.
It's unbelievable, dude, that they lost arguably the best class in the history of softball. I mean, you can argue Nicole May, Kinsey Hansen, Riley Boone, Jada Coleman, Tiara Jennings are the best class ever. They won a national championship every year they were at OU.
Right.
And now you lose all of that in 1 year and you replace them. And, dude, these freshmen like Gabby Garcia, she's a freshman. She's the one she hit. I mean, they're unbelievable, dude. It's unbelievable that they're this good again. I mean, and you they are the hands-on favorite to win it now. I mean,
now Brock says the reason why that he likes Texas is his second favorite team is because his mom's from there. But you know how many teams there are in Texas, man? Why do you got to root for the ones in that liberal shithole down there in Austin, man? I'd almost rather you root for Texas A&M. They're a cult.
Well, that's a problem too, though, man. Go Texas Tech, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Baylor.
No,
TCU. I like TCU.
TCU. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm even cool with Houston now. You know.
Yeah, maybe SMU.
SMU. Yeah, you can go SMU. They're dropping a lot of money. There you go. There you go. Brock, we're gonna go ahead and give you SMU, man.
Yeah,
just go ahead and trade out. We're gonna trade out the puss horns, and we're gonna put in the Mustangs.
Hey, SMU was the ACC runner-ups last year, man. They done good last year. They almost took Clemson's shit the first year in that.
Dude, Eric Dickerson and Craig the Pony James, the Pony Express.
If the NCAA hadn't killed the program, they probably would have been one of the Blue Bloods.
If that team exists today, they win a national championship and they get to keep it.
Right.
He alludes to what you said, Johnny Johns. He says, I'm also a Sark fan.
By the way, you can keep this game on for the people that want to keep watching. You're about to see Jordy Ball.
Yes.
Who's Jordy Ball? Who's that?
Jordy Ball is the that she used to pitch for Oklahoma.
She was like a wasn't she the #1 player, like #1 recruit? We got her.
Yes.
She won some rings, and then after she got some rings, she wanted to go back home. But yeah, he said he likes the Texas lifestyle. And
look at them mugs right there, boy. Look at that sexy shit. Look at that shit, boy.
Right. Now you can see us. But yeah, hey, he was saying his mom's from Texas. He likes the Texas lifestyle, and he's a Sark fan. I mean, dude, I get that, dude. I was born and raised and bred to hate Texas, but my band does play more in Texas than we do in Oklahoma, and I do have a good time every time I go to Texas. Like I get it. I like everything but their football team and their NFL. I'm not even a Dallas Cowboy fan. I know a lot of my family is, but I'm not. But I can't do it to myself. I've already got OU that I got to worry about. I got enough teams that I got to get my heart broken about. I cannot do it to myself with the Dallas Cowboys.
Fair.
Thunder, you sooner said that Brock is a Texas Pee Wee Herman fan. And if you wonder what that's in reference to, Brock, it's because we all say that Sark looks like his hair looks like Pee Wee Herman's hair.
Yeah.
You got that Pee Wee Herman haircut. Although will say I saw a picture of him in a black cowboy hat, and he had his ex-wife, this black chick. She was hot as hell. She was sexy. I'm like, damn. Man, I need to get me a Pee Wee haircut.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I like if Sark was the head football coach at Oklahoma, he would be a guy I'd be a fan of. I do. I mean, he's made Texas like for 10 years. Texas they had to deal with 10 years of being mediocre and not. I mean, they didn't look like the normal Texas. And
no, that is the normal Texas. That is the normal Texas.
But he had like a bad addiction with alcohol, and he was able to overcome it and get his life together. And he, when I hear interviews of him, like I see why people get behind him. It's kind of like, I mean, but I'm an Oklahoma fan, and it's in my DNA to hate everything about Texas, you know. But
hey, Brock, I don't know if you're subscribed to the channel, brother, but if you would subscribe to the channel and share me out with a few Alabama people so I can get more Alabama people in here. Yeah, you know, I'm an Alabama fan, but Oklahoma people actually support my channel more. So excuse me if I'm somewhat loyal to a fan base that's been loyal to me from the get-go.
Right.
But he says his wife is black. Yeah, that's what I just said. I don't care what color she is. That bitch is hot. I don't care. People try to accuse us for being racist in here all the time, but we're the furthest thing from racism as you can get, to be honest with you. I think it's because I call Deion Sanders con time. But, yeah.
You can call Lincoln Riley that, and it's completely would be fine. You could call him a con artist. You'd be good. But if you call Deion Sanders a con artist, all of a sudden you're racist somehow. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just
I didn't know being a con man was specifically just something that would be labeled on a black person. If that's the case,
right,
then maybe you're the racist because you're thinking that way.
Exactly. Straight up, dude. Yeah, I agree. It's kind of like with the Deion or the Shedeur Sanders. Oh, and the Travis Hunter. It's like they were like, "Oh, you're racist because you didn't want Travis Hunter to win the Heisman." It's like, dude, we're racist because we want the other black guy to win the Heisman.
Yeah.
Or like the whole deal about, well, the NFL's just racist. That's why Sanders got drafted in the 5th round. And it's like
you were saying, Jackson Arnold should win it.
Right. Exactly. I mean, but it's like the deal with Shedeur Sanders not getting drafted. They're like, oh, everyone's just racist. They can't stand a confident black guy. And it's like, dude, do you not think Jalen Hurts or Caleb Williams or C.J. Stroud or Patrick Mahomes, do you not think they're confident black guys, or Kyler Murray? I mean, we can go down the list. I mean, hell, it's gotten to a point where there's just as many black.
If they can't get their way, or if they're not good enough at something, that's their default go-to, man. They play the race card and race bait because they're not good enough, and they don't want to admit they're not good enough. So
yeah, if they thought he had the talent of Lamar Jackson or Caleb Williams or Jalen Hurts or Cam Ward or C.J. Stroud or Daniels from LSU that's at Washington. They thought that Sanders had the talent that those guys have. He would have been picked in the first round. It's that simple, dude. They want to win more than anything. They felt like the dude wasn't as good as he thought he is, and his fans and his followers.
What's so bad is Sakazulu Sanders was the second guy picked on his own team at his position.
Right.
Dylan Gabriel's picked ahead of him on his own team.
Well, he went on camera and said, if you don't want to change your culture, you don't want to change your franchise, don't pick me. Well, did you ever wonder if maybe all of them don't want to pick you? Maybe they don't want to change everything? Like, they did what you told them to do. That they didn't pick you. And then the second round come around, and all of them didn't pick you again. And then the third round come around, and all of them, and I couldn't believe it because I ain't going to lie, dude. I mean, I'm shitting on the guy right now, but I don't think he's trash. And I also don't think people hate him because he's black. I do think they hate the type of guy he is. I think they hate him the same reason why people hate Jake Paul. He's a cocky guy. Jake Paul, same deal. He's not complete garbage as a boxer, but I don't think he's ever going to be like what Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali was when they were in their prime. He thinks he's a lot better than what he actually is, but he's not garbage. And I think that's what it is with Sanders. I think that I don't think he's trash. And who knows if he would have landed in the right situation. I've told you this 2-3 years ago. I thought he had good arm talent. Like, I was impressed. He's made some I've seen him make some throws where I'm like, damn, all right. Yeah, he's got pretty good arm talent. But he ended up at the Browns.
I don't know if it was Killer Breeze that said this. Might have been Killer Breeze that said it, that he thought maybe Cleveland was pressured into taking him so that people would shut up and the backlash would go away. I don't know. Did you the one that said that, Killer Breeze?
Well, I heard it. There was one of the conspiracy theories that the Browns basically picked him to stop all of the insanity that was going on with him not being drafted. It's probably not true, but you never know. First of all, you just never know.
I just can't believe they drafted 2 quarterbacks. I'm like, man,
that's what makes it odd is that
I'm Shadir Sanders. That's the last team I want to pick me at that point.
Yeah.
Right.
It's already drafted a quarterback in the same round that they obviously thought was better than you because they drafted Dylan Gabriel before you.
Dude,
right.
If he was high on a bunch of people's draft boards, he would have gone higher in the draft. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there was not one team out there that went, oh, you know what, would make our team a whole lot better. That Shador kid, but fuck that, he's black. I ain't taking him. That did not happen.
Exactly. Especially when you look at the last 3 draft classes, who was the number 1 pick this year, last year, the year before? It was black.
Well, it's hard to make an argument on racism when Cam Ward went number 1.
Yes.
So what are you doing?
And then look at who went number 1 last year and who went number 1 the year before that. Like, you have guys like Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud and Caleb Williams and Cam Ward and Kyler Murray. And, I mean, it's like, dude, look at how many black quarterbacks have been picked number 1 or just in the first round or second round. Like Jalen Hurts was second round. And we just had 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. So it's like, dude, trying to – like, that is fake news at its best, dude. That is fake. There's just nothing there. And anybody who says that, they just look dumb.
Brandon Snake says Alabama has scored 5 points in football and softball normally. That's true. That's true.
That is.
And Brock said, Brandon, we are coming for y'all this year. Don't worry, we'll score more than 3 points this year, hopefully.
Right.
Maybe we'll score a couple of touchdowns this year. Who knows?
So what do you think about Ty Simpson, Outlaw?
I think he's definitely going to be the starter. He's got head start on the other guys. Really,
is that the guy that is?
Wow.
Is that the guy? Who's the guy that has ties going back to Washington or one of Washington's?
That's Austin Mack.
Yeah.
Austin Mack.
He's a pretty big guy. I think he's like 6'5" or 6'6". Weighs about 220. He's got the build for it. And then Keelan Russell is the hot 5-star freshman coming in. They say he's better than Tua. So we'll see. I think that Ty Simpson will start. I think he could be like Mac Jones. You know, a lot of people thought Mac Jones was just a placeholder for Bryce Young, and Mac Jones come in, had one of the best seasons in Alabama football history. So, yeah, I compare him a lot to Mac Jones, who was really good at Alabama.
Right. Yeah, Mac Jones was like quietly a stud because he come out, and I remember watching. I'm pretty sure Mac Jones, didn't he have to play like a game at the end of the year before he was the starter? Didn't he have to come in? Yes, and he did pretty well, but I think maybe he barely lost. Maybe
it was Auburn.
It was Auburn, and I remember saying, man, this guy, he's young, and I remember being pretty impressed with him, but I didn't think he was going to be anything close to like a Heisman candidate or a high draft pick or anything like that. And yeah, he ended up being a stud, dude. He was damn good that year he started. He was a really good college quarterback. I don't know if he can do much in the NFL, but he was a really good college quarterback.
Matt Bingham says Ty Simpson's garbage. He's going to be 0-2 coming up against OU. Ty Simpson didn't start last year. That was Jalen Milroe. Ty Simpson played. He probably would have played better. We might have actually scored a touchdown. Although they did rip us off on that one touchdown. We probably should have had one touchdown in that game. But you remember that. You was even talking about how bad that call was, Johnny Johns. They took that touchdown away from Ryan Williams.
Yeah, it was a weak call, and I still don't even understand the rule completely. There's been some people say, well, yeah, technically it is. And some people say, no. I wish I knew a little bit more into it. They said it was kind of like – it was definitely a tic-tac kind of call for sure. But with the Ty Simpson, that is true. It
basically killed any momentum that we were trying to get. That game was over. The game was over after that.
The guy saying when you were saying Ty Simpson probably would have done better, Ty Simpson probably wouldn't have thrown OU a touchdown pass and then threw another interception that ended up getting us some good scoring position. So, I mean, if Ty Simpson goes out there and just doesn't have all those interceptions and turnovers, then that alone keeps Alabama in it for sure. But, damn, my phone's almost out of battery. So.
Yeah, I'm fixing to get off here anyway. Appreciate y'all coming in here and hanging out and helping me with the show and whatnot.
Yeah, man. It was good hanging out today.
Yeah, I can't wait for football season, man.
Yeah, we'll get together again, though. Maybe start doing a Sunday show or something.
Let's get together soon, man. I'm down for a Sunday show.
Yeah.
All right, brother. I appreciate y'all coming on.
Take it easy.
All right, we'll check
out. Take it easy, man. It's cool hanging out with y'all.
All right, brother. Take care.
All right, bro.
That was Johnny Johns from Next Halen, the best damn Van Halen cover band of all time, and Killer Breeze, who is or was a former Oklahoma Roughneck. I always like to get their perspective when I'm doing Alabama and Oklahoma stuff because they are hardcore Oklahoma fans. And I must admit, to some degree, I have become an Alabama fan myself. Before we get out of here, I'll answer a few more questions. Lance, 2268, question. What is your opinion of Jacksonville's quarterback? Will he be remembered as a great quarterback at Clemson only? Still, the jury's still out for me a little bit on him, Lane. Trying to remember his damn name now. His name escapes me. I should remember his name. He put an ass whipping on Alabama to the tune of 44-16. I'd say give him another couple more years of getting that team built up, and he might actually come through it and end up being a pretty good quarterback. But for right now, he looks like he's the Tim Tebow thing, where he's a great college quarterback, but not a great NFL quarterback. I think he does have a better chance at being a great NFL quarterback than someone like Tim Tebow. But for now, he's not. Brock says, I didn't like Nick Sheridan, offensive coordinator. We got Ryan Grubb back. That is, I think, going to be a big, big telltale for Alabama. The comfortability between Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer is evident. They've been together since day one, all the way back to the Sioux Falls junior college level when they were coaches, or Division III or whatever division that was. I think it's going to be a key in getting Alabama back to where they need to be, and that's at least getting to the playoffs. There's no excuse for not making the playoffs with the kind of program we have and the facilities and the support this program has, Brock. We should definitely be in the top 12 each and every year. And if they go to 16, you damn well better be in the playoffs, or you're not going to have a job here at Alabama and any of the Blue Bloods for that matter. Where's my cowboy hat? I wasn't wearing it tonight because today because I was doing an Oklahoma-Alabama podcast, and I wanted everybody to realize that there was two opinions on the podcast, Alabama guy and the two Oklahoma guys that were just in here. Brandon or Brock says, Brandon, true, but the refs are terrible in the SEC. The refereeing is just astronomically bad across the board. Talked about that numerous times. I need to have full-time referees where they actually have something vested in it, where they actually, take pride in doing it instead of being part-time lawyers that come in and do the crap. If they had full-time referees that were getting benefits and getting paid rather well, they'd probably have better officiating. Lance is out of here. Good deal. Have a great weekend, Outlaw. God bless. God bless you, brother. Exactly. We better not struggle to the Florida State Squaws, whatever their nickname is now. The Burning Teepees in Tallahassee. Hopefully we go down there and burn the teepee down and make all those squaws in Tallahassee cry themselves to sleep that weekend. But then I'm out of here. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel, especially subscribe. Also, if you want to join Outlaw Posse, it's $2.99 a month, 75 6 weeks. A little join button over by the subscribe button. You'll get a badge. You'll be deputized, as well as be a random Four Horsemen shout out of the day on the actual podcast, and possibly be the comment of the day. KMCA to all the other teams. Class is now dismissed.